sort of. So
You are following.
All right.
You're a follower.
I'm recording, so whenever we're good to go.
All right. So when last we left our heroes, you guys had just you had found the mansion out in the middle of the woods that seemed to be kidnapping all of the people and the carriages. And you got ushered inside by the suits of armor there, despite your efforts to try to kill all of them. And some of them guided you to the servants' quarters. Some of them guided you to what apparently were guest quarters. And through some machinations of clever disguises and, clout,
free will.
you found your way to release your friends so they could come help you. And then you destroyed a cadre of the suits of armor. And now Doc stands in the midst of the hallway, surrounded by collapsed pieces of metal, with your friend down at the end, still a little bit frightened, but heartened a little bit by the fact.
We just left the guy. We're like, the treasure.
And the rest of you are exactly in that room, poring over the various finds that you had found.
So I'm
What
wondering
do you do?
if we have time to grab all these items, or if we should just go try to barge down the doors we were originally trying to get through.
I
I say grab what you can. We'll check them out later. We
I
should
think
get going to try to disable the rest of these guards without having to fight them.
There weren't that many items, as I recall.
There was a loot.
Yeah, seems. I think the loot was like the biggest thing, aside like the cloth and whatnot. But
Wasn't there?
it shouldn't be too hard to grab and stuff into a pack somewhere.
Wasn't it like 6 items for one for each?
Yeah,
house,
something like
basically?
that.
There was a loot,
Most of them are pretty small, except for like the
dragon
cloak
scales,
and the loot.
potion. Crap.
So dark fabric, pile of red dragon scales, a magic loot, a leather pouch, a potion that seemed fire-like, and a robe with multiple colorful patches.
I'm gonna pick up the pouch and start like tossing it around, seeing if I can get a feel for what's in it.
Yeah, you pick it up, and it feels like there's some sort of powder inside. It's sort of like you feel it moving around inside, and it sort of jumps a little bit as you toss it.
Open it up.
It's not magical like Mexican jumping beans.
I pick it up, pick some of the probably powder in my hand. Does it have any dent in the thing? Like, does it feel any lighter? I pick up a good handful of it.
1 second, let me double check how this thing works.
In the meantime, I'm grabbing the cloak. The
I'm the
patchwork
loot.
cloak.
Everybody grab something.
I grab
I'm
it
gonna
back.
Arcade,
Yes.
grab that. Grab
I'm gonna
that
scoop up the
black
dragon
cloth.
scales.
So I'll take the dark fabric.
I'll grab the scales and the potion.
When you pull the dust out, you notice that there's only really enough for about a handful,
Don't waste it.
and it doesn't seem to replace itself.
I'm gonna.
For whoever picked up the whole, the fabric, damn it,
The dark fabric.
the dark
Now
fabric.
we know what it is.
Well, you don't know exactly what kind of thing it is.
No, but we have an idea.
Just know it's a
You-
hole.
Is it a hole with a level of malleability?
You were able to fold it up pretty tightly, so it doesn't really cause you much grief carrying it. Just so you know.
Just don't put it into a magical bag. It's a bad plan.
Well, I don't think anybody's have magical bags yet.
Alright, so
I
the
think
only
we're-
thing left is the potion, I think.
Yeah, I grabbed the potion and the scales.
Okay.
They seemed small enough. I just kind of picked them up. I didn't do too much looking at them. I tossed them into a belt pouch and went moving along.
Gotcha. And who took the
Yeah.
robe?
I did.
Okay. Then that's everything.
Maybe take a short rest before we head off into the next room and maybe fight some more stuff.
I would like to, if I could.
I'm just a little
And I
worried that
hear
the other
it.
guards are gonna
Say, because a short rest is what, an hour?
Half an hour.
But I can play
Not
a
an hour.
song of rest, and it helps me, or it says you can use soothing music or ortation to help revitalize your wounded allies during a short rest.
Short West.
Or any other friendly creature who can hear your performance Regain hit points at the end of the short rest by spending one or more hit die for each. I'm just gonna put this on here.
Essentially,
basically-
if we were to short rest, we'd get an extra 4 hit points health.
On top of any hit dice we use, yeah.
Yeah.
I would enjoy that short rest. Correct.
Alright, I'm just
If-
saying I'm a little worried that the other guards that we didn't fight are gonna come.
Are going to
looking-
show up while we're resting.
Yeah.
If we get into this room, so long as there aren't any other guards in here, we can barricade the room off, and then have a better chance of resting without trouble in here.
I like that plan.
Alright, so I guess we should drag the bodies from the hallway into the room.
I'm not too worried about the bodies. I don't know if
If the
I
other
don't
if
know
the
if-
other guards go on patrol or something and walk into the hallway and see,
have we
Crumpled.
seen any other guards go on patrol.
I mean we haven't, but we've only been here an hour.
If that, but still, I don't
Um,
know if they're going to be smart enough to recognize it.
I'm gonna walk back out to the door where Doc is.
Guys, we
Do
can
the
put on
doors-
their armor and then walk around and pretend to be them.
Do the doors swing in, like away from the hallway, or out into the hallway? Do I see hinges?
Yeah, looking at the door, you notice that there's no hinges on your side of it, so it would seem to be that it swings inward.
So I think what might be a good idea here, Doc, we haul this armor in with us, and we help use it to barricade the door to stop things getting through.
I like that.
All right, I can agree to that.
Wait, which room are we barricading? The one we're trying to get into, or the one with all
Yes.
the stuff?
We're going to leave the room with the stuff, go into the room we were attempting to enter,
Gotcha.
take the armor in with us, provided there's not like immediate, hey, punch the necromancer in the face activity,
Yeah,
and then use the armor a la like Les Mis to build a barricade of fallen armor pieces to stop the progression of other bad, evil moving armors.
I got this one.
Alright, well let's try to get the door open first.
I check and I start to try to push in at the door, see if it's open.
Oh, you're actually going to check this door. Oh, okay, cool.
I
This
might
has
have
been
had
Dr.
some practice.
Kyle spent like 20 minutes walking around a cell that he was trapped in, trying to find some way to get through the door, but he never actually tried to open it.
And it was open.
And it was open the whole time.
It was open.
That's awesome.
Fabulous.
I like finally grabbed some pieces of wood to see if I could lockpick it, and I go to lean on the door, and the door just kind of swings open, and I just go, "Oh fuck!"
Nice.
So yeah, you try the door, and it appears to be locked.
Okay, I can maybe help with that.
Go ahead and
Pick
maybe
that
help.
lock. Pick that
What is
lock.
it that I have to do to?
Sleight of hand.
Sleight of hand, that's right.
I'm assuming then that we didn't take the short rest.
Hey.
No, we have not yet.
Nice.
So you, with your skills that are slowly developing, after picking so many locks, you manage to jimmy your way into the lock on this door, and you hear a click. Seems to be open.
My lock picking skill, I put some points into.
That's right.
Alright, who's gonna open the door?
I'll go in first.
Someone
Yeah.
yeah.
I step up and I go to open the door.
So you go to open the door, and I move the dynamic lighting panel out. And you see inside is what appears to be a well-furnished room.
That's a huge fucking bear rug.
There's even a
That
bed.
is.
Poor bear.
But on the bed, you
s-
notice there is what appears
That's
to be
That's a
skeleton.
15-foot long bed. Holy crap.
This will make it even better. There's a skeletal corpse of what appears to be a dead dwarf.
Oh god.
Death by snoo snoo.
You see his pelvis is just crushed.
Yeah.
Oh god.
I go over to the side of the bed to check to make sure that the body has not been reanimated.
Is it evil?
You
Is
do not
it
detect,
evil?
You do not detect any sort of evil from it. It appears to be clothed in a set of leather armor that looks like it has sort of a faint glow about it.
Oh,
I'm gonna start hauling the armor carcasses in and piling them up over here.
I'm
All right.
I'll help him out.
Argus, why is it shiny? Why is his armor shiny?
I don't know.
You're one of those magic detector type people. I have a hammer. I can make it flat.
I mean, like, I can't tell you what the enchantment is, but considering he's already told us that it's shining, I'm guessing there's something on it.
So wouldn't
Could
it
you
be
get a
terrible
feel
if
for
I
how?
take this guy's armor?
Say that again, Clarissa?
I said, would it be terrible if I totally take this guy's armor?
Without
I don't
knowing,
think he's gonna be
without
using
knowing
it.
how strong the enchantment is, it could be anywhere from super awesome for you to you're cursed, possessed, and get killed by everyone in the party for you.
I guess that's
Um,
true.
Maybe,
Can-
when you put it on, you can control the armor.
Oh, that would be neat.
That'd be nifty.
That would be.
Can
I would
Arcus
love
figure out
somebody
how
trying it.
strong an aura of magic there is about the armor? Is it like a weak enchantment, a super strong enchantment?
Unfortunately, not. Unless he uses a identify spell, he'll only be able to determine if there is a magical aura about it.
Ah, womp womp.
Octa's poking the bear rug head.
Is this a chest over in the corner?
It is indeed.
I'm gonna take a look at the chest. Is it-
You try to open it, perhaps,
Yeah.
and you notice it's locked.
Search the room for a key.
I'd like to search the bedside stand that I'm right next to see
I'll
if
get-
there's anything in it.
You look through the bedside stand, and you notice that there are a few personal implements, perhaps some sort of vials of a tonic. There's some handkerchiefs, but there doesn't appear to be anything of value.
Anyone in this room?
No, nothing really of importance in there. It seems to be strangely empty, almost as if it were prepared for someone, but never filled.
Octa checks inside the bear rug mouth.
You look inside, and you see what appears to be a button just underneath the tongue.
Oh. Octa's like, guys, I found button, and presses the button.
You push the button,
Wait, hold up!
Too late.
and rug in the corner.
I hear something about a button. I run back into the room.
The rug in the corner rolls up into a tight roll on one end of the wall, revealing a trapdoor underneath.
I did something!
Oh my god,
I'm
I
going
can't
to
believe.
take his armor.
Alright, I'm gonna
Put it on yet, but I'm gonna take it.
lock pick.
Have my friend check it out.
Well,
You're
toss me a
taking the
lock
armor.
pick. I got this one.
What?
Toss me
You
a
said you're-
lock.
Ian wants your
That one's
lockpick.
for your lockpick.
Oh, I'd give him my lockpick, but you have to give it back.
Okay. I don't like this.
Yeah, so Pow's gonna try and unlock the chest.
Okay, give me back my lockpick.
Pow, you go to try to jimmy open that lock, and you stick the picks in, and you wiggle them around, and you hear some noise in there, and you're like, yeah, I got this, and then the chest opens.
I have no idea how locks work. Here you go.
Unfortunately, you're a little worried about the state of your pick, so you go a bit gingerly on the lock, and you don't seem to get it open.
I have an idea.
Is it a lock that's built into the chest, or is it one of the ones that's like put through a hasp outside?
It is outside the chest.
So it's like a master lock style.
Let's
Exactly.
smash it.
I can
Smash
barbarian
it
lockpick
with
it.
a hammer!
Yeah, that's what I was
Barbarian
gonna say.
lock.
Can I, if I used Ray of Frost on the lock itself to make it like brittle, and then Vic
I'll just
smashes
smash it with
it,
the quarterstaff.
you think that would help?
I think that would help.
Go for it.
Alright,
Worth
so
a shot.
I'm gonna cast Ray of Frost on the lock.
Oh. Well, you hit
Um,
the lock.
Yeah.
Yeah, you successfully managed to hit your small target in front of you. Unfortunately, for some reason you just can't put out as much frost energy as you normally do, and it just sort of fizzles. The lock now has a little bit of a chill to it, and it looks like it's a bit frosty, but you're not sure if it really is.
All right. Well, I'll give it a shot. Go ahead, Vic. Smash it.
We'll give this a shot.
I smash it with a hammer.
Yeah, basically.
Or to save on postage, we'll use this.
Come in here too. He doesn't know what he's doing, but he's going to come in here.
Thank you.
So you go to break the lock, and you hit it. It doesn't fall off quite yet, but some of the bracketing around the lock does, and you can see the inner workings of the lock revealed. But it doesn't quite break entirely.
Hit it again.
Yeah.
Oh,
You give it another swing, and you manage to snap the lock right off.
Yay!
so apparently it puts blue around it if you max one roll and
Mid-
get
Yep.
the worst on the other.
Yep.
It's a very special case.
We
That'd be
learned about
nifty.
that in when we were doing the Titans grave half, because every test roll was 3d6. So if you got
Oh,
a 1
okay.
and a 6, it did that pretty often.
Mhm.
Nice.
All right. So
Alright.
we open up the chest.
So you open up the chest, and it seems pretty bare inside. There's a pile of coin, and there's also a sword that has a sort of extra shininess to it, and a staff in there as well.
Wait,
Does the
one more
staff?
time.
Does the sword
All I
appear to
heard
be
was sword
sharp?
and staff.
What size? Like sword,
It's,
sword.
the sword is a great sword actually,
Yeah.
and the staff appears to be about as long as the great sword.
So it's just the sword and staff in there?
And a small pile of coin.
Which
Okay.
I will tell you how much in a second.
I'm gonna hold on to the staff.
Go for it.
I'm gonna take the sword.
Surprise, surprise.
Though before I pick this one up, I see that it's shiny. So
You don't look at it.
I ask Octa and Arcus and Doc to make sure I don't do stupid things once I pick the sword up. And if I
Make
do,
sure
to
you're good.
please remove sword from hand. Not
Can
hand from
do.
body, just sword from hand.
If you would.
Oh, shit.
2,300 gold?
You said a small pile!
Oh,
Holy
zip code.
crap!
Yeah, that's only 2,300 coins. That's small.
Only. That's a full friggin'
Alright.
chest.
The hell?
So you pick up the sword, and you notice you feel some sort of like strange power about it. You don't really know what it is, and you're just like magic.
Shiny.
And Arcus,
Doc?
you notice the same thing about the staff you pick up.
It's
Is it
shiny?
just
I
a
have a
It's
shiny
powerful.
staff?
shiny stick? Shiny stick.
Yeah.
Does he
I'm
notice the
gonna
feeling of
continue to barricade the door with pieces from the armor, using like weapons to actually go between.
Well-
Sorry, what kind of handle did it have?
It's just a standard round doorknob.
Doorknob. Okay, never mind about that then. But I still try to barricade the door with as much of the pieces of armor as possible.
Wouldn't was there another door that you guys weren't able to get through out in the mansion itself?
What?
I point to the back corner.
Hmm.
Once we're done here, we will.
I was gonna say, do we think this is an escape route, or do we think that this is just leading deeper into the mansion?
I mean, it could lead to a room full of more treasure or a room with a giant skull thing that tries to kill us.
Yeah. As far as
Mark-
we know, the other armors are still standing guard. So
Right.
we either go over there and kill them and release the people, or continue on to see if we don't have to fight them.
Doc points back to the back left corner of the room from his perspective right now, and
Mhm.
says, "Yeah, there should be a door right there that leads to the dining hall."
It looks like there's a door there, so
Okay. So there was there another door you couldn't open, or is that just the door that you couldn't open to the
That's the-
same room?
There
That's the
was-
one we couldn't open either, I think.
Okay.
I think there was one in the southernmost hallway to the right.
No.
past-
That's the one
no.
that's directly below us right now that we couldn't get into.
Yeah, that one.
The one right across the hallway, yeah.
We haven't gone in there.
Oh,
yet.
so there's something down there too.
That would have been southern hallway to the left.
To the left.
Yeah.
I'm just making sure.
Well,
I don't
there was
want
a
to. I
room-
don't.
There was a room to the right of the treasure room
Yeah.
that we didn't get in. We still
Is
have
that
to
what
check
you mean by right?
Guys, we want to rest here after we barricade everything, though. Like, do we want to just take a nice long rest?
I think a nice short rest,
A short rest.
will be good once we barricade this door.
Agreed. I'm gonna go over to the bear rug, and is it possible to slice off a decent, sizable portion of the arm, with which to fashion a quick belt scabbard baldric type thing for me to sling this sword across my back with?
Yeah, make a let's see. Make a survival check. Let's say. You know, like you're skinning something, I think I'll go with. So yeah, you managed to cut off a decent sized chunk of the bear's arm, fur, and skin. And you try to cut it into strips to sort of tie together into a belt, and it doesn't look terribly pretty, but it does hold the sword on your back.
Barbarian. So
Can I slice off the bear's head and try to wear it?
Octa's like Octa's like watching you guys cut this thing apart, and I'm like looking. There are bed
This
sheets
probably
right
won't
there that would be 10 times easier to cut. Just saying.
but for holding a sword and a baldric, I kind of want the durability of leather
I just
Well,
want
Yes.
or tanned hide. So
Paula, what are you cutting the bear's head with?
can I borrow someone's sword?
Octa thinks about giving her the completely dull vapid sword, but then goes, nah.
This is a serious question, guys. I want a hat.
What?
I don't think you need to
This
have
thing's
Molly.
attached
Just
to
fine
the.
without
It's
it.
Is-
attached to something. There's a
and-
button in its mouth.
and that's my question: is the button like in the mouth, or is there like a hole in the bottom of the jaw, and the button's like on the floor, and the head's just covering the button?
When you take a look inside, you notice that there is actually sort of the head just sort of covers up what appears to be the button in the ground.
Oh, okay.
It is not actually attached.
Okay. Then
Octa's like, I'm not helping you cut off this poor bear's head. It's already been dead and skinned.
then I will give
Some
I will give
honor
the
to it.
I'll give the great sword to Clarissa and be like, here, Vala, try your luck with this.
I just try to like drag it across its like head, neck area.
Yeah, you try to do that, and your line is sort of it's not very straight, and you sort of jaggedly cut off the fur. You wish you had brought your X-Acto knife. And you pull the bear's head up, and you notice there's a smallish hole underneath, which you can't really fit your head underneath. It really is just the size of the button that was underneath it. So you could try cutting out a bigger hole if you'd like.
I will try.
Okay.
Just-
Why is our bard and not our barbarian walking around with a bear head?
So you
We have
Because
a
she
very
thought of it
interesting
first.
bard.
holding the great sword at a strange sort of distance, you slowly try to carve out a hole in the bottom of this bear's stuffed skull area, and you cut a very jagged, not very pretty hole that has a few sharp edges from where the skin and whatever agents were used to paralyze it are sort of creating a thick, not impenetrable but durable skin. So if you try to put it on your head, you think maybe it might hurt you a little bit. So yeah, there's that.
Congratulations.
Octa speaks up and says, guys, just so you know, I've been in a mansion like this before, and I just want to say that we should really check every nook and cranny because there's loot. There's a lot of loot, and we will find it if we look.
Alright,
I think that's a good plan once we rest up.
After she says that, I walk over to the other rug and just pick it up to see if there's anything underneath.
You lift up the other rug, and you notice that there's an exceptional amount of dust, almost like no one's ever cleaned that one underneath. But there's nothing secret.
All right, good to know.
Although
But is,
maybe the
but
dust
is that
is
dust the same dust as in the little pouch?
It's literally a pouch of dust, like nothing special, just dust.
Whatever was in it
It's-
disintegrated
it's
years
enjoyed
ago,
by
and that's just all it
collection.
is.
Oh man.
Oh, by the way, guys, we each get, if we separate it up evenly, we each get about 383 gold pieces from the 2,300.
Yes.
Ooh.
With 2 left over.
Yeah,
323,
83.
yeah.
383.
383.
Yeah, 383. Sorry.
So I know Arcus and Doc are taking short rests, and Pow. Is anybody else taking that opportunity as well?
Octa as well.
Well, and I'll place
Yeah.
long rest in case if I miss it.
I'm gonna lay down on the bed somewhere and
Boy,
take a
I'm
rest.
cold. Look at that.
All right. So Vic, you lay down next to Doc, and also the corpse of the
Hi,
dwarf,
Doc.
which is still on the bed.
Hi, Vic.
And everyone just
Dwarf
sort of
makes a
takes their
comfy
time.
pillow.
Takes about a half an hour to 45 minutes to rest up. You can roll any hit dice you want to roll. It looks like Kyle's already doing it. So let's see.
And I'm at full health.
Get my breath
Woohoo.
back. Yay.
Octa is actually gonna go ahead and pull out that royal lichen that she found,
Okay.
and I'm gonna use my hit die to recover the full amount.
And
Everyone just sees Octa sitting in the corner, rubbing moss all over herself. I
And
swear
Octa's-
this works.
And you thought I was weird for cutting up a bear?
Hey, I have full health now. How do you feel?
I didn't get hit, so I feel
Well, I
great.
did a lot. I had like 5 guys on me, man.
So let's see. Who has Vala? You have the loot, right?
What?
Yes, she has the loot.
So as you spend some time with it, and you sort of like attune yourself to its magical presence, literally, you get the sense that while it doesn't have any combat abilities, it does seem to have the ability that when you strum it, it will point you in the direction of the nearest gold.
Oh.
A gold finding loot.
Hell yeah.
It's a loot finding loot.
Amazing.
The loot.
It's a
You
loot.
hit the
loot.
name right on the head. That's great. So
Octa is kind of checking out the robe during the short rest as well,
the
because
road.
I'm carrying that around.
Yeah, unfortunately, for that one, you don't really get any information from spending time with it. You sort of ponder on it a little bit, and you notice that you're looking at all the different patches on it, and you see they all have different different symbols. Some look like ladders, some look like lanterns. One looks like a horse. There's a whole bunch of different ones on it, but you don't really get any.
meta-knowledge.
You don't really get any sort of innate knowledge from it.
Guys, this thing's weird.
I'm putting my money on it requiring certain words, and those items spring out. Like if you need a horse, you say the horse word, and it pops out. You need
Can
a
you
ladder.
imagine
knowledge
standing there
you can-
accidentally saying this release word and the horse just come flying out of like my shoulder?
Yeah. That's what I'm hoping for.
According to my
Chris.
prophetic book of D&D, it says.
Yeah.
Also, Arcus, you're spending time with the staff, I'm sure.
I am.
You come to the realization that you can actually store one of your spells in it, and that it'll allow you to sort of very quickly cast it.
Like without
during
using a spell slot?
Actually, what it does is you consume a spell slot to store a. I'll write it. It'll be easier.
It sounds like you put a spell in it for later. So like after
So
resting up, you have
I consume a spell slot to store it in there, but then later I can use it
right.
without having to use one.
That would
Right.
make sense.
I think that's the idea.
That's sweet.
So it's almost like an extra spell slot.
Spell of third or lower.
But it also
Ooh,
lets you
third.
cast whatever you store in it as a bonus action.
Sweet.
Ooh.
So,
Nice.
Double spell Peter.
Yeah.
All right. And finally, Vala, did you actually put that armor on, or
No, I'm just carrying it.
you're just carrying it? Okay. All right. So that's
I
the
wanted to
short
look
rest
at it
taken care of.
though and see if it would, like, if I could see anything about it besides that it glows. 'Cause I
You're gonna
can't
do-
read dwarfish.
Yeah. So you take a look at it, and you notice there are a few runes scribed into the chest. They're in Draconic. Can you read Draconic? I don't think you can.
Just dwarf.
Just Dwarfish. All right.
I would
I can-
dwarf and common and elfish.
I was about to say we have two people who probably can read Draconic right over there.
Yeah.
This is true.
I can speak it when raging.
Somebody slap him across the face.
But only spared.
No!
So yeah, you sort of look at it and you get the feeling that it has some sort of protective ability to it, but beyond that, you can't really determine it without bonding with it a bit more.
Your armor has ability of protection.
Woo!
So
Banshee!
I'm gonna put on it. I'm gonna put it on.
You're gonna put it on, okay.
Yeah.
As you put it on, it's somewhat broader shape. Starts to conform to your body, and it fits you perfectly, as if it were designed
Like
for
a glove.
you, like a glove.
Hello, cat.
It looked like a shark thing going by, just like this. Dun it, dun it, dun it.
Midna, are you Jaws? Stop rubbing against the microphone.
So at this point, all I know is that it shrunk to fit me.
Yeah, it fits you perfectly. Because by my reckoning, you put it on after the short rest, so you don't really have time to.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you can only attune to like one thing at a time.
Thank you for keeping my arm warm, Midna.
All right, so you guys have barricaded the door. Let me put those armors in the right place, so that's actually appropriate. And the door is closed. You have a trapdoor revealed to you, somewhat accidentally by Octa. And you have a door in the
Like I
corner.
said, been in one of these places before.
There's a door in the corner, top left corner, that Doc has claimed to be a room that you couldn't open before, as well as the one below you, to the southern end of the hallway you were just in.
I think after the rest, we should double check that door to make sure it does go to the dining area, and not some weird magical shifting hallway place. And provided that it is just to the dining area and nothing chases us back down here, we close that door and barricade it with one or two of the other suits of armor.
Alright, so Arcus is gonna go over to the door and like check to see if it's locked or not first.
Yeah, you try it and you notice that it is actually unlocked.
And I'm just gonna very quietly peek out, because like I know what the cafeteria or the dining room looks like, so I'll know if it's, you know, where I think it should lead to. So I'll peek out very quietly and see what's out there.
Yeah, go ahead and make a stealth check.
Woo! Stealthy. Oh,
Stealth, no.
never
You like
mind.
bang your head against the door when you open it.
You fling it up and say, "Hey, what's behind this door?"
What's behind door number 2?
So you try to peek out real quickly, but unfortunately, you sort of lose your balance and you fall through the door.
Ah,
You're still on your feet, but you did reveal yourself, and this armor here is going to. Actually, you can't see him because.
Nope. so I'm like
All right.
here.
Yeah, you're just inside the doorway, and this armor turns and sees you and puts up a hand and starts walking towards you.
I'm gonna grab him by the back of the collar and pull him back into the room and close the door.
Well, I mean, he's not gonna immediately attack Arcus, and they were okay with Arcus. Maybe if he just doesn't let him in the
Yeah,
room.
but they weren't letting us in this room, so I don't think it would be happy
Oh.
with that. So I'm going
That's
to
true.
allow Pow to pull me back.
Okay, you pull him back, and you pull the door closed. And from the other side of the door, you hear what appears to be the sort of clomping of feet, and then a hand. Well, not really a hand. You just feel some pressure on the door from the other side.
Does it open towards us or towards them?
You notice that the hinges are actually double jointed and they open both ways.
Fudge.
Great.
That's the worst.
Is there any visible locking mechanism that we can do, like a bar or something?
You look around and you notice that there is a little sort of a drop bar. It's like a little lever that sort of slots into place on the door.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't appear to be very strong, but it will lock the door.
Yeah, I'll close that.
So you lock the door up, and at this point, the armor is sort of banging its gauntlet on the door, trying to open it.
Wait. I got this, guys. Hold on. Let me see this.
Uh-oh.
Make sure it works right. Make sure it works.
Bella booms with that voice again. Leave me alone. I'm naked.
Oh, dear.
Oh my god.
Let's see here.
Naked.
I'm naked.
While that's all going on, Vic yells over to Doc. Doc, come help me move this couch in front of the door.
I go and I assist.
Okay.
We're gonna
While
drag
they're
a big
standing there confused.
freaking couch in front of the door.
Let's see here. Wow. Okay. Yeah. They try to guess what the purpose of, or what the true intention of the voice coming through the door is, and they're standing there confused. They can't really discern it. And in the meantime, you manage to take the couch and drag it over in front of the door.
Alright, yeah. Move.
Effectively blocking it.
Let's go through the trapdoor now.
Yes.
Agreed.
Gonna vault over the bed because I can.
I feel like anybody could do that.
I don't know. This bed's 10 feet wide and 15 feet long. I mean, I don't know that anyone could just vault it.
It is a master bedroom.
Very much so.
I mean,
So
there's
you go to
enough
the
bed on there to have like 6 orgies. Look at all that space.
Damn, it revealed its true purpose.
Come on, Mr. Caravan.
As you look up to the ceiling, you see a large mirror above the bed. All right, so you guys go to the trapdoor. Who's going in first? That's the question.
Yeah, I want to do it. I found it.
Vic is going to be the last one down, so that way, if any of the armors decide to make a presence in the room, I can do what I can to stop them from getting the group.
Doc has a random thought through all of this and just goes, you know, guys, this wouldn't be a terrible place to set up camp and live here.
After we clear it out.
After we clear it out, we should totally just live here.
Guys,
keep
we
the
left
mansion.
that poor servant outside in the hallway, by the way.
No, he's
in the
here.
room.
He's here. He's down.
Yeah, he's right
down over
there.
here.
He's in the corner.
He just hasn't helped us a damn bit.
Yeah, we
No.
totally did not drag a couch over top of him or anything.
Is he just chilling here, or is he gonna follow us?
I think he's probably staring at you in confusion after you cut off a bear rug's head and stuck it on your own.
Sir, come on, Mr. Caravan.
We want him to come with us?
I don't want him to get caught in here by the guards.
I mean, I don't know. I feel like the worst thing they would do is just bring him back to the servants' quarters.
Bless you.
I could be wrong, but
What do you want to do?
For the duration.
I'm gonna ask him what he wants to do.
Actually, I'd much rather just sort of hide here. I don't know what's down in there.
Good luck.
You want
All
my
right,
bear?
have fun.
You should put on one of those suits of armor and just pretend that you're just standing around.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I'll do that. Thanks.
All right.
Good luck.
Go in.
So yeah, you make your way down.
Go in
In
second
the
class.
trapdoor.
I'll go right before Vic.
so you're second to last.
Yeah.
No. Vinny, you're gray hair.
I'm gonna go in.
with the cardboard box and the trash can.
All right. So you make your way down into the basement, and you find yourself.
Woohoo.
Did you know you were leaking coolant at an alarming
At an
rate?
alarming rate.
Oh, there we all are.
You find yourself in a narrow hallway. Before you, you can see what appears to be a large room in front of you,
Yeah, there's
and
music here.
further along, you can see a what appears to be a very ornate suit of armor with glowing red eyes and a sort of
I hope we're ready,
commanding
guys.
presence to it.
Ooh. Octa's
Shit's about to get real.
shaking. Whoever's standing next to Octa is getting their shoulders shaken really hard. I'm like, guys.
I'm gonna say I went right behind Octa.
Okay, I just sort of piled everybody up, so
Yeah,
you can
yeah.
order yourselves however you like.
So I guess Octa move up like here.
Doc, go up in front.
Doc's trying to take point.
Is the hallway wide enough for people to go like next to each other, or is it kind of like just?
The hallway is about.
I
5
imagine
feet wide,
staggered.
so there's really there's no way for you to get next to each other comfortably.
Octa,
Kinda
seeing that
staggered.
Doc's trying to take point, tells him there's 2 more right there, and then there's one really big one down there. Ready?
Go.
Looking around, seeing all of them, just goes, maybe.
Yeah, as Doc steps into the first room, he sees what appears to be 4 different suits of armor. They are all currently standing still, and they appear to be just regular suits of armor. You can't tell if they are going to activate or not.
Can I?
Vic's gonna pull out that great sword, and
Okay.
Can I tell? Just
I'm gonna-
because I've detected their magic before. Can I sense them?
Not from this distance.
Okay.
You have to get a bit closer to that.
I kind of put up like a hand to like hold up and
Maybe-
wait.
Vala, take this ammunition. You might need it. It's the
Ammunition.
dart ammunition or whatever.
Yeah, for a blowgun.
It's for a blowgun. She can use it now.
not effectively.
You could throw it, maybe.
I just throw it at people. Like, take some and toss it. Like, can I do that? Can I just, like, throw it at them?
But just in case, every time she throws one, she goes, "Hoom, hoom, hoom."
You can try. We'll see how it turns out if you.
Yeah.
So Doc
Last
puts up a
resort.
hand to stop
What do I have
everybody before they move out of the hallway. And I take another step or 2 forward, seeing if anything happens just yet.
You step out into the first chamber there, and you see no reaction from the armors around you.
I'd like to also look around the floor to try to see if there might be any traps that might trigger.
go ahead and make a perception check.
Perception check.
Yeah, you
Not
look
bad.
around the floor, and you don't see anything that appears to be any sort of raised floor plates. You don't see any tripwires. It seems pretty clear to you.
Linda, you're not gonna move, are you? I have to
Waiting
move
on
the
your
mouse.
signal, Doc.
I turn around and go, I imagine anybody not Dragonborn walking out here might trigger them.
Let me try. I walk.
How do you want to proceed? Are we just gonna go?
Barging in.
We're just gonna barge in.
Or should
I'm
me
gonna
and Doc?
put my skin to the doorway.
Well, maybe, hang on now. Maybe if he's right and it's Dragonborn that don't trigger them, perhaps Arcus here, who seems to have magic that does a fairly large amount of damage to them, could go around and try to maybe stun them with frost or lightning.
Well, all right. So Arcus is gonna step into the room and see
Okay.
if anything happens.
There's no reaction, either from you or Pal.
From here, can I tell if they're able to be brought to life?
The one to your left there, you can tell it does have a bit of a magical aura to it, but other than that, you can't feel the other ones.
Okay. So I'm assuming they're just like the other ones we've
Walking
seen.
in.
Oh, looks like Pow stepped out.
It had no reaction, right?
As Pal steps out, you notice there's no reaction from the armors.
All right.
Octa follows suit.
Ah,
Again, no reaction.
I think
Except
we're
for
okay.
the laughter.
I continue to stay in front and move closer and closer to this other
I'm
larger
staying-
room.
I'm staying right to Doc's shoulder.
Yeah, you make your way up almost to the next chamber. The armors don't seem to react to any of you. Everything
What's-
sort of seems to be standing still.
I noticed something behind the big suit of armor, and I want to look to see what I can see further down.
Yeah, I want to know what the giant golden thing is. That's frightening me. I'm afraid of what the giant golden thing might be.
I'm,
So
I'm
looking-
less afraid of it than curious.
Yeah.
Looking through into the next chamber, you can see on the floor there's a plate of marble into the ground inscribed with various runes.
Is that
And
what that is?
beyond the menacing-looking suit of armor, there appears to be another chamber with a large black marble pedestal, and on top of it is a golden statue of what appears to be a Saurian lady.
Oh,
A statue of a silent
I guess that makes sense as to why they like us Dragonborn.
Yeah.
Well, are we ready to check out this menacing dark suit of armor?
Let's do it.
My thought, Doc turns around kind of in the edge of the doorway to kind of make sure nobody tries getting past him, and will actively stop somebody from trying to go past him, and says, "Look, we go in here, we try to fight him, we get ambushed from behind by these guys. Do we stay here, try to take these guys out before that guy comes in here?"
Yes.
There's another like room thing over in that direction. I point past Doc.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm less concerned about anything past this room at this point.
I mean,
Well,
for all we know,
you
they
know
might not
what?
even attack.
Yeah, they might not attack, and if we attack these things, we very well may wake up that thing and have it attack us from behind.
Yep. Either way, I think we're kind of.
I think we're gonna get attacked from behind. Ow! Hey! Don't bite me.
Clarissa, a long rest is like 8 hours.
I'm not sitting down here for 8 hours.
No.
I feel like the suits of armor would perk up after 8 hours of us just sitting in front of them.
Sleeping.
So my vote
Perhaps
is just
a
to
silly
move
idea.
forward.
What if Doc were to come up and just touch one of the armors?
I'll do it.
Which one?
Not with ill intent.
I'll
Which
do it.
Which one
asking
are
Doc
you
if-
touching?
I'm asking Doc if he or one of the other Saurians would, or Dragonborn would, just like, it's okay, armor, don't attack us.
I'm gonna
Good
reach out. I'm just gonna
armor,
reach out
good
and
armor.
touch the shoulder of this one in front of me.
So you touch that one, and it, as you push it, you're just sort of touching it.
Yeah, just
Like
kind of
just-
like laying my hand gently on it.
Okay. There's no reaction.
Push it.
Push it real good.
Push it.
If we're instigating a fight, I'm not gonna be standing next to it because that's not what I do.
Right. Which is
We're
why my
instigating a
original
fight.
suggestion was Doc.
I'll step away and cast something at it, but
I can swap with me.
My original thought was Doc with the shield.
alright, go ahead.
Go ahead.
I think everybody should take positions for combat if we're gonna do this.
I stand in front of this one.
I'm
My
just gonna
glaive.
put my quarterstaff like a baseball bat next to this guy's head.
Okay.
Are you all ready for
Just
this?
stand right in the middle.
Yes.
And look, the best way this is gonna happen is we all do something on the count of 3. And make sure we're not, messing any of our comrades up here. Just trying to see if we can take any of these out in one quick
Short order.
blow.
Push it.
Would it make
Works
sense
for
to
me.
have either Pow or Octa come down to the unattended armor? So we
I
have
think-
one of the melee types at each one of them?
Oh, okay. I thought Arcus was focusing on this one. Is he not?
Like
Well,
in focus, but he doesn't want to get hit by it, I'm assuming.
Well, no, but if he's okay, I'll go down to it. But I'll stay out of his way so he can still hit it
Yes.
with something.
Good plan.
All right, on the count of on 3.
How about we just push it first? Shove it over.
Yes.
But then we lose a surprise round. That's kind of meta. But then we lose a surprise attack.
Shove it.
Which one are you shoving?
I'm not going to shove anything.
How? Which one are you shoving?
No, I'm not shoving anything. I'm telling Jack, shove that one. That's the one we're gonna shove.
I'm not going to shove it. Because if we're just going to start a fight, I'm just going to fucking smash it with my hammer.
All right, you know what? Everyone swing with your strongest weapon on 3, and if they're there, if they live, they live. If they don't, they don't. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Yes.
Okay.
Is the GM ready?
Yeah, I've been ready.
Okay.
He's getting annoyed that we're still just talking about this.
All right.
On the count of 3.
You guys
1, 2, 3.
2.
Wait, quick. Because you're standing still, does that mean advantage on attacks? No,
No,
maybe.
it doesn't.
Yeah, okay. Sorry. Okay, go ahead.
If that's the
3!
case, then anybody standing still.
Motherfuckers. 3.
Hey.
All right. So let's sort this out here.
So many attacks. Oh my
If
god.
no one hits them.
Arcus, are you using spell points for that?
I am. I'm using 1 spell point to be able to cast it
Okay.
at a range.
Just want to make sure.
Yep.
And okay, so let's start with Arcus. Which one are you casting at? The one next to Octa?
Yep, this guy right here.
Okay. You send your ray of electricity at it, and it sort of shudders for a minute, as if it's your power's going through it, but nothing really happens. It doesn't react at all.
Interesting.
Doc, you go to swing at the one in front of you. And it doesn't have freaking token stuff. But yeah, you go to swing at the one in front of you, and it tries to react, but unfortunately, it takes the full force of your damage. But it also appears to be in a combat stance now, ready for you. All right, Vic, you swing the great sword at the one in front of you, and you notice it seems to be less resistance than when you use your axe, and you tear a hole right through the center of the one in front of you. It doesn't necessarily fall to the ground, but you can tell you've done a significant amount of damage to it.
And that's Vic laughing, by the way.
Yeah.
Well, I assume so.
Yeah, and I just put it in there as a standard greatsword, so any adjustments I need to make after the fact, just let me know.
Okay. Yeah, it is just a standard greatsword, except for the material it's made out of.
Cool.
So you're fine with that.
Fabulous.
So that's
You
that
found a diamondium sword.
one. All right,
nothing compared
Vala,
to my
you take a shot
Diamondium.
at the one in front of Vic. Is that it?
Can't hear you,
muted.
Clarissa.
Can't hear you. Yeah, and your attack roll didn't show up either. So you.
Yeah, like what's the deal with that?
You might just have to
you have to
recheck it.
open your attack as for an edit and see if it's got attack checked.
Oh. Okay.
There's-
Give that
Yeah.
a
They did an update to the character sheet, and I think those checks came off.
Let
Yeah.
me do it again.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, so you're taking a shot at the one in front of Vic. Yes.
Yep.
Okay, cool. So yeah, you take a shot, and you manage to knock a chunk out of its helm. It doesn't fall to the ground, but between the two of you, you've done a significant amount to it. And let's see, where are we?
You're on
All right,
me now.
Octa, you try to stab at the armor in front of you, and as you sort of hit it in its core, you strike what feels to be a shaft that maybe was holding it up, and it just collapses to the ground.
Ah, you and me picked poorly.
Did we though?
Hey, now we know that it's not a real piece of armor.
So we got one that's not real. So far.
Octa like shakes her glaive and yanks it out of the pile of armor.
And finally, Pow, the same thing happens to you. You hit the armor, and it sort of shudders for a minute, and then just sort of collapses on the ground.
Alright, 2 out of 4.
You knocked it over.
Not bad.
So we turn our attention to the ones that didn't fall down.
All right. Just so you know. All right. Okay. So at this point, we are going to roll initiative. Let me clear the list real quick, though.
Hey babe, can we take just like 10 minutes and grab our breakfast from downstairs?
Yeah. Hold on a second. We gotta eat French toast and berries. So
Pause.
everybody, roll initiative.
No!
What?
Man, you're making me hungry.
Initiative.
Oh, 8.
We'll be right back.
And then we'll balance here on the precipice of combat. Wow, Doc. Wow. You just don't care to get in this fight at all, do you?
Apparently not.
I'm gonna start building this thing in the meantime.
I'm going to go grab something to eat in the meantime as well.
And grab my tweezers. Ew. I officially live alone without parents.
Yes, you do.
That's weird. Yeah, Peter lives with his parents.
Yep.
Oh my god, this is gonna be kind of difficult. Oh my god.
What? What is that? Oh, your TIE fighter commands? Or instructions?
Wait, what commands?
For my TIE fighter, my metal TIE fighter.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Holy shit! Mother of God. This is gonna take me like an hour and a half to do.
Oh no.
Good thing I have plenty of time to spare.
Well, enjoy it while you can, Ian.
Yeah.
'Cause then someday you're going to have a job, and then you'll have no more time, ever.
I'm not gonna have time for anything but school, so.
You better make sure you make time for us.
I'll try my best. I don't think I do too much of what's it called?
Ooh, that smells good.
This is gonna take a much longer time than I expected. I'm not gonna do this now.
Well, yeah, you're kind of doing this now.
I meant I was even just gonna start it, but no.
I shall also be right back.
Peter, you didn't. Oh, okay.
What?
Now then, go on. Oh my god.
So does anybody else feel kind of bad for just taking all of this shit?
No.
Oh.
I mean, magic loot. Mhm.
Okay.
Peter and Chris are gone, so.
Okay, well then I'm gonna eat in y'all's ears.
Nom, 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 nom.
We could probably get started and, you know, we'll just wait for them to get back for their turns.
Fine with me. Although it looks like, oh no, Pal's first.
Pow and then Arcus. No, not Arcus. Vala.
Got like a +3 to initiative. I should be good.
Vala, why do you always roll good initiative? What's wrong with you?
She's a real go-getter.
And realistically, having the bard be one of the first initiatives is usually pretty good,
Yeah.
because then buffs can go up.
Wait, what does initiative come off of? Like, what's the base number? Dexterity.
Yeah.
Mine should be a +4.
Oh, is
Nice.
that red velvet?
Just chocolate.
Okay. It had
I
a
wish
red
it was
hint
red
to
velvet.
it.
I made a French toast bake.
That looks delicious.
Ooh.
It pretty much is, actually. It's pretty darn good.
Because, Brad, I have the +3 Dexterity modifier.
Yeah.
And then I have my +1 from, what's it called? The staff.
That's right. Yeah.
Okay. So,
Yeah. So what you can do, I think there's a place to modify.
If you go into the like edit, and let me go to it as well.
It's actually in the
There we go.
settings, I believe.
I got it.
No, you don't even need to.
Fixed it. So
If you just hit the settings, there's a +0 equals the number for initiative. You can
that's
go ahead
right,
and add an extra number there.
So this should technically be 20 then.
You got first, so well compared to
I just wanted to see.
what the enemies have, just in case.
And it's like, I didn't get any toast.
Yeah, toast.
Yeah, toast. Good
My
lord,
dad
flash from the past right there.
Oh, TF2 videos.
So Ian, I got
Yeah.
my highest rank in Hearthstone today.
Ooh, let me guess.
I got up to 16, and I'm still on a winning streak.
Nice.
I'm hoping I can actually carry that over a good ways.
I haven't played Hearthstone in so long.
I've found a better site. I used to just use Hearthhead for
Yeah.
all of my Hearthstone stuff, for like dex builds, all this fun stuff. But there's a new site I found, and I forget the name of it at the moment, which is not good. But I follow them on YouTube, so I'll be able to figure it out. Some Thunder something that works with the G2A
Okay.
company, and they've got great breakdowns on different tiered decks of like what's popular, what works really well right now, things like that. And so I'm running this really good aggro shaman deck.
Grow Shaman, yep, that's the deck to be right now.
Exactly, and I have everything in it, and it's literally given me like a 5 or 6 win streak right now.
Oh yeah, if you get good card draw and your opponent doesn't get anything like proper like control, you win. I want to make a nice N'Zoth deck, but I don't have N'Zoth.
Oh, sorry, that was not meant for now. I was trying to scroll.
Alright, well, I'm ready.
Stop trying to make Song of Rest happen.
It's not gonna happen.
What happened? Moment is gone.
All right.
Kyle, what were you
So
gonna say before I left?
You didn't get a chance to actually store a spell because you spent the whole time trying to figure out what it was, right?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
yeah, I think he's just. You have a 17 versus AC. I'm not sure what that's for, but
No, I was just I put it in my inventory as like an item, and like it showed up as under attack, and I was just curious what it would do, but it's not.
gotcha. All right.
It's
I
nothing.
mean, technically, it would have the same stats as like a quarterstaff still, wouldn't it, or something?
Yeah, it's about the it's pretty much the same as a quarterstaff.
Yeah.
In terms of attack.
Okay.
Okay. So, Pal, what are you gonna do?
I'm gonna go zoom 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 zoom.
Shoom, 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 shoom.
And first, give a nice quarterstaff two-handed right to the gut. No, I'm not.
You're gonna try.
You take a swing at the one in front of you, but unfortunately, you just don't make contact.
One on my shoulder and wham! Gotcha.
Again, yeah, you're a little bit distracted by the fact that you attacked a suit of armor that wasn't really animated, and you just can't seem to hit.
That's my turn.
Bala, what are you gonna do?
I'm gonna yell at it.
She enjoys yelling
Hey,
at things.
what are you doing standing around pretending to be armor? Don't you know that's rude?
Which one are you yelling at?
The one that Vic and I already damaged.
Please tell me she killed it.
Because if she killed it with words, I'm gonna laugh.
It's the best way to kill something. Shame it to death.
Wisdom saving throw.
A bard's best kill.
Yeah,
Wait,
so you managed to strike whatever nerves this thing might have, and it just can't really cope with what you said to it, and it doesn't know like why it's what it's doing with its life, and it just sort of collapses on the ground.
That's
Oh
amazing.
man.
That's amazing.
I'd be the best, like, old grandma
Baby.
bard. I
Yeah,
think
but-
that would be better. Like, if I was just super old and cranky.
Yo,
All right,
stabbers.
You want to do anything else?
No.
So at this point, let's see here.
I love it when things get killed by words.
Words with themes.
Yep.
Baby!
Sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will murder me.
Mockery will murder me.
Baby.
Baby!
Baby.
Hey, baby.
Baby says hello. Baby also likes the contrast of dark and light on the screen, so
Nice.
Baby gonna watch us slay some armors.
damn
So at
Skippy.
this point, the red menacing looking suit of armor rises into the air
Oh, no.
a few feet and floats over next to Doc.
Oh.
Oh shit!
And he draws out a long sword, very menacing looking. It's his thing. It's menacing people. Make sure the attack roll is actually on there.
It's the queen from Magic Chess.
You can see he holds a shield and a mean-looking longsword, and he strikes out with his sword.
Oh,
At 24, I believe that hits. Oh, is it not whispered?
No, it's not.
I set everything to whisper. Anyways, 24. Bet that hits.
oh well. We see it, and it hit.
All right, so yeah, Doc, you take 7 points of slashing damage,
Okay.
Finds a kink in the armor.
and then he's going to attack again. This time for 16.
Does not hit.
All right. So he makes a second strike at you. You deflect it with your shield, probably. And he's now slightly floating off the ground in front of you, sword and shield drawn. All right. Now it is the other armor's turn. They are
He's got a
going.
shield too, that's gonna
The only one that's left.
Seconds.
This one in front of you sees that you, Doc, are the target of the bigger one, so it's going to actually try to hit you as well.
Sorry.
I'm going to make one attack at 23.
That'll hit.
That's 5 damage and a 16.
Does not hit.
Okay, so that's just 5 damage. And the armor tries to circle around you, but Pal's on the way, so he's going to have to stay put. Excuse me. All right, Vic, what are you going to do?
Baby doesn't like Doc getting hit.
No, Baby's not a fan of Doc getting hit. So Vic's going to dance his way through the crowd, come up next to the now gigantic threat, and he's going to do that barbarian thing that he does so happily.
Nice.
Oh.
Are you going to rage too?
Yeah.
You swing your greatsword, and it sort of knock the armor back a little bit. You manage to make good contact with it, take a chunk out of it, and do a decent amount of damage to it. And everyone can see now that Vic has the familiar draconic features. He's got a little bit of a growl to him, clearly in a rage. All right. Anything else? Movement more?
screw you and the armor you floated in on
All right.
in Draconic.
For anybody who doesn't know, that's Vic's special power is he can swear in Draconic just naturally now.
When he gets mad, almost like Harry Potter's parcel tongue.
Yeah.
Precisely.
Yeah, it just kind of slips out.
All right, Octa.
That's what she said.
Octa, I'm gonna come over here and attack this armor. Because I know everyone else is probably gonna focus on that, and I don't want this one hitting Doc from behind. So I'm gonna go ahead and swipe with Lucius. Oh God. Oh wait, I can re-roll that.
Nice. Yay.
Yes, I can.
All right. Nice use of your class abilities.
Yay.
All right. So yeah, you make an initial strike, but part of you just feels like it wasn't right, and you pull back for a minute and make a real strike against him. Yeah, just like that. And you manage to stab him right in the back, doing a decent amount of damage to him. Okay.
And that's it.
Okay. Arcus. What are you
Oh, I got my superiority guy back too.
This guy, the big guy, is like an armor suit, right?
He does appear to be a suit of armor inhabited by a aura of red evil energy.
Mm-hmm.
Except, Doc, you're not detecting evil. It just appears to be
Okay.
evil. Because it's red. Red is
I'm
evil.
gonna step over here and use another spell point to cast Shock and Grasp at a distance.
Green
Okay.
is evil. At least according to Disney.
Grievel.
So
Oh, yeah,
as
that's right, I
you
remember that.
try to reach your sort of ethereal sorcerer's hand towards him, unfortunately, you just go right past him. He steps out of the way. Well, he sort of hovers out of the way, and it misses. Right.
Then that's it for me.
All right, Doc, what are you gonna do?
I'ma smash it.
Duck smash.
Smash it with a hammer.
No, let me.
Everybody there?
Yeah, sorry, one sec.
We're all
Yeah,
just
Doc's
being
just-
we were just all being really quiet.
I was like, did I freeze out?
No, that was me being very quiet.
Damn it, Kyle.
We're all on the edge of our seat, waiting for Kyle's attack.
I'm gonna start with my bonus action and cast Searing Smite.
Smite.
To yes,
16
close to a crit,
damage.
but no crit.
Yeah.
Dang.
Okay. So you go to hit the armor in front of you, and you make good contact. So let's see. So if he fails his saving throw, you do that extra 5 damage.
Yeah.
That's a Constitution saving throw. Yeah. So you go to hit him, and you try to impose a little bit of fire on him as well. But it seems like your hit doesn't really hit as hard as you hoped it would, and he sort of shakes off whatever fire magic you try to put on it.
Yeah, that's fine.
Interesting.
And that's my turn.
Pal, what are you doing?
I'm gonna punch this one with my quarterstaff
All right.
in front of me.
Yeah. Unfortunately, you just he deflects your hit. And,
Chris, the baby really wants to puke on your shirt.
Screw this rag.
I'm gonna just gonna use my bonus action to punch him.
okay, go for it.
There.
Yeah, you you managed to make contact. You do a decent amount of damage to him too. Sort of steps back a minute, but doesn't quite fall yet.
And then yeah, that's my turn.
Vala, what are you doing?
Well, I'm still going after the one dude. I'm gonna say, let's see. I'm gonna say, you know why you're doing this job? It's because you're empty inside.
Which one are you doing that to?
The one that is at Doc's back.
Okay.
And while I'm at it, I'm gonna heal a Doc.
Heal a doc.
Heal a doc. All right.
Thank you.
The healing word is
Snargalump.
Oh, I was gonna say Tuesday for some reason, but no.
I was gonna say heal.
That's wow. Okay. Yeah. No, it feels the weight of your words.
Are you killing something with words again?
It considers how it got to this point in its non-life. Unfortunately, it does not fall over dead, but we managed to sort of physically take it aback.
This thing's gotta be close, though.
All right. Let's see. That's bonus, and you want to move at all?
No.
All right. Now it's time for the floating horror of doom. It is going to turn towards Vic, because Vic actually did the most damage to it, and it is going to
It's
try
angry.
to hit you for 24. And a 19.
Oh.
Yeah, that's 22 points of damage. So it
to 11.
yes, have to have to 11 for your resistances. So it pulls out its sword and it makes two quick strikes against you. Both strikes sort of digging into your scales a little bit, but your resilience resists it a little bit, and you sort of throw him off, not taking as much damage as he hoped you would. And then he's going to no, he's going to stay there. All right. Now it's time for this armor's turn. It doesn't like being surrounded, but it's just going to keep resolutely chopping through the one it aimed for initially. Gonna go for Doc. 24 is a crit.
Oh.
So that's 4 points of bludgeoning damage against Doc.
How many?
4, because it rolled a 1 on both of its damage rolls.
Wow.
Yes!
Luckiest.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
Scary.
And then it's going to try its second attack against you, an 18.
That matches my AC.
Okay, so that's
Is that-
another 6 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
Nice.
That's a pretty cool shirt.
It's Robert's. I stole it today.
All right.
Cat.
So that armor is surrounded and stuck, so it can't move anywhere. So now it's Vic's turn. Whenever Vic's ready.
Slashy, Vic.
What are you doing to me?
Nice.
Yeah, you the one in front of you actually your sword just misses. He raises his shield and he thrusts your sword off to the side. You almost made contact, but not quite. But with your teeth, his arm's out to the side, and you manage to go in and bite his arm and take a decent chunk out of his armor. Anything else? No further actions? All right, cool. Octa, what are you doing?
Playing with a cat.
Nice.
So this guy is still running, isn't he?
Yep.
Just because I want to try him out. Well, maybe not.
Do it.
I'm gonna swing at its head with my gauntleted hand. Nope.
Ow.
Yeah, you're trying out your new fisticuff style and try to swing at his head, but unfortunately, you just hit right past him.
gave Leah 2 ounces after I fed her directly.
All right. Anything else, Octa?
No.
All right. Arcus, what are you doing?
I am going to.
Completely forgot about that inspiration until Acta already took her action. It's like, ah, crap.
Well, next time.
Alright, I'm just gonna, seeing that this line in front of me is open and I got my breath attack back.
Yeah. Can I wait? How we probably would have had to talk about it,
Yeah.
Synergy attack.
because otherwise
What?
I would have tried doing it at the same time as you, because I go next. So
Oh, that's true.
If you'd like to attempt to make a synchronized action, it's going to be very difficult. But you can try.
I feel like we should, like, it's been a while since I've read that synchronized thing, but, like, we could, like, practice this outside of it, right?
Exactly.
And
Yeah.
it makes it
if you
easier?
take some time, if you take some time in a non-combat situation to practice, it makes it much easier.
Let's wait and practice it.
that's fine. Go ahead.
Yeah. Marcus, you go to breathe, and Doc gives you a look like, hey, we should do this, and then you're like, no, and you just breathe.
It's,
It was
it's
like
just too late.
too late.
And he natural fails his dex save.
Haha.
Yeah, he takes the full brunt of your damage.
Does it seem to do any extra damage?
Yeah, so as your lightning energy careens through his body, you don't notice that same sort of like extra effect happening. It doesn't seem like it affects him as much as the other armors.
Alright, so he's got some resistance. Good to know. And that'll do it for me.
All right, Doc, what are you doing?
I'm going to quickly heal myself up with lay on hands.
Yep.
I'm going to use all 15 to get myself up to 31 health. And swing away.
Nope.
All right, so you take a swing, but the armor in front of you just sort of hovers out of the way real quick, dodges it, no problem.
And that's my turn.
All right. Hal, what are you doing?
Guy needs to go down.
Kill him. Hey.
Yay!
Yeah, you make finally make a decent strike against the guy in front of you, taking your quarterstaff in both hands and smashing it down on top of him. He collapses in a pile of metal.
Do I see that thing under him?
What's that?
Do I see what's under him?
It's just stone. He's not on top of anything.
He's not?
No.
Oh. Looks like he is, but okay. Oh, it's Doc's man.
All right.
The momentum of taking him out. I'm going to get over here and flurry of blows.
All right.
Pew, 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 pew.
Pop him with 2 unarmed strikes. Bam. Bam. Yeah, I didn't miss. I missed.
So you go to strike, and the armor sees you coming. It saw that you destroyed its comrade, and it hovers out of the way for one, and then it catches your fist for the other and sort of pushes you back a little bit. This one's got a little spunk.
You can crack my neck and be like, all right.
All right. No more movement?
I could move anywhere, really, but no.
Vala.
Vala turns her attention to the one in the middle and she says, you look like a giant eggplant, you ugly motherfucker.
As its eye, as you say that, its eyes, the glowing red embers, turn to stare at yours, and you realize that for all the mockery that you put into it, it doesn't accept a bit of it. It has no effect on it at all.
Okay, well, I'm also gonna heal Vic.
Okay. Vic, you get an extra 8 hit points. You got it? All right, cool. All right, now it is time for the helm horror once again. Let's see here. Seeing that it's surrounded, it's not terribly happy about that, but it's going to do its best. So that's what it's been told to do. It's going to toss aside its shield and take its longsword in 2 hands and go to strike at Pow. Because it sees you with no armor and it thinks you're pretty weak looking. And of course the attack will miss. Is missing.
Can I hop onto the sword? Just swing by.
Feels like a terrible idea.
Sword surfing.
That's you can
Where's the
try. Go ahead and make an acrobatics check for that.
Sounds like a
Unfortunately, as he tries to
attacking?
swing at you, he misses his first strike. Go ahead and make your acrobatics check. Yeah, you try to leap up and hop on top of the sword, but you end up just jumping over it like a jump rope, and it
Is he
passes
attacking
by.
Pal?
Yeah.
He is attacking Pow, yeah.
Okay, then for his second attack, I'm gonna impose my defender fighting or protection fighting style, so that he's got
Okay.
disadvantage on the attack.
All right, disadvantage it is. So he goes to strike you again, but because of his disadvantage, he gets a natural 1. And he slashes through the air, but unfortunately he misses very like you step out of the way. It's like he didn't even try to hit you. It was so poor.
He was
All right.
thinking back. Do I really look like an eggplant?
So there's no more armor, so we can delete that turn. Vic, you're up.
Knuckling.
Yeah,
Oh.
Vic goes for his standard 1-2 punch. The first hit, your greatsword rips into his armor, tearing a chunk out and dealing a full 8. And the second hit, because he cast aside his shield, he's not nearly as defended, and your bite manages to grab onto his shoulder and rip out a chunk, and he takes the other.
Do I pull a piece of the armor off with the bite?
Yes.
As a free action, I'm spitting it back in his face.
All right. You spit a chunk of armor back in his face, but he's unfazed by it, resolute to the end. All right. So, Octa, are you back yet? Yeah, you're back.
Yeah. I'm gonna come up and I'll stand at the extent of my 10-foot radius or reach with my glaive, and yeah.
Okay. So you try to strike at him, and you manage to jab him right in the gut. It doesn't seem to do terribly much to him, but it is it does bring
It's
him down.
something.
Yeah. Okay. Anything else?
Nope.
All right. Arcus.
I am going to. I'll do. I'll cast Magic Missile, but I'm going to cast it at a higher slot.
Okay.
Level 2.
So it's a second level, which means it's got 1 more dart. So it's got 4 darts total.
20 damage, nice.
Lots of pew pew.
Okay. So you're casting it at 3rd level, so it makes another 2 darts. You say?
Second level.
2nd level. So just another extra dart.
Yeah, 1 extra dart.
Yeah, you're you unleash. Actually, how do you want to do this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Haven't heard that in a while.
So with Octa stepping in front of me and Octa being super short and me being my 6'10", she stands in front of me and I just like swing my my staff out over her head and just unleash all 4 shots straight over her, right at him, to kill him.
Magical
Yeah, you're-
phalanx.
Octa's just
Your
like
darts-
this, but underneath his staff.
Is it in between her horns, by the way?
Basically.
That's his
so you make a
targeted
field
reticle.
goal of magical bolts, and each one just
I'm a
pounds into his
sight.
chest. And at about the third one, he clutches his chest and like drifts to the ground, and as he hits the ground, he starts to melt into it. His form just sort of becoming one with the stone, and eventually fading away into nothing. As the final thing you see being those 2 points of red light as they blink out of existence. The Emperor now dead.
That was fun.
Woo!
Yay.
We didn't start the fire. Well, we kind of did.
We very much did.
Octa, like, pretty much immediately starts wandering into this room.
Good work, guys.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, after high-fiving Arcus for shooting between the horns.
Right.
definitely.
I think everybody has to give him a high five for that.
But
Do you want me to take her?
So as you walk into this room, you see before you is the same marble insignia that you saw on the floor. It appears to be some sort of strange carved runes. On screen it looks like a poorly drawn child's landscape, but
Brad,
in reality it's much
Brad,
bigger.
am I seeing what I'm seeing over here?
You look into that second chamber over there, and you see what
does
appears
appear.
to be a bunch of alchemical supplies. There's
Okay.
a few vials of potion on one side. There's some what appears to be distilleries and burners and various glassware. On the other side, Doc, you see in the middle of the floor what appears to be an altar raised off the ground, and on that altar is a bow. Around the edge, you see a sort of raised work surface that's covered in various other objects. There's a pair of metal implements that both have a handle almost to one end, but it's perpendicular. You see a sword that appears to be made out of some sort of strange bronze-like material. You see a knife that looks like a crescent moon with two handles on either end. There's a shovel and a pickaxe there as well, and a large great axe in one side as well.
is that large great axe like large, or is it medium size, like normal size?
Wieldable.
It's normal size great axe.
There's quite some weapons in here if anybody was interested.
I will
I found
gladly take a look at that great axe.
I found alchemic stuff over here.
I'm gonna go to the other one.
I guess-
Arcus is gonna study the runes on the floor. Do I recognize them? Can I read them or anything?
Go ahead and make a probably no. Go ahead and make a history check actually. Yeah, so you take a look at the runes carved into the ground, and you remember reading about this in a book a long time ago, when you were younger and you're still interested in fairy tales, about an ancient kingdom of Saurian peoples that used to cover the entire world, and this symbol seemed to show up a few times in that story as emblematic of that kingdom.
Do you like? Is there do you have a description of what the symbol looks like, or?
I will. I'll drop one proper for you and send it to you.
Okie doke.
I'm gonna look. See what's up with this lady.
So yeah, you go up to look. You go up to look at the statue, and you see before you a very large statue, probably the size of that minotaur you fought the other day. It appears to be made out of gold. It's got two weapons held out in a menacing sort of pose. She appears to be clad in some sort of armor, perhaps made out of scales. And around her neck, you see what appears to be, separate from the statue, is a gold amulet
Don't
with
touch
a
it yet.
large,
Don't touch it yet.
a large.
Apu, no!
Yeah. Don't touch the shiny.
Awesome.
Are you climbing up there to grab it?
I'm grabbing it.
Oh.
You go up there and you touch the amulet, and nothing seems to happen. There's a clasp at the back. You're welcome to take it off if you'd like.
Yep, I'm gonna.
Yeah.
Take it all off, pal. That's what you're used to.
You pull it down, and you take a look at it, and you feel a very sort of heavy presence from it. It has some sort of magic to it, and you have a little bit of a feel for that, having dealt with the gods, but you're not really sure what it does.
I'm gonna put it on.
Oh, good lord.
Stupid
on.
monkey.
And you feel like maybe something might happen, perhaps, if you get used to this a little bit more, but you really don't know how to do it.
I'll just put it on. I'll keep it around.
Akta is poking around in the alchemy chamber, looking at potions and perhaps if there are any, herbal things that were used to make the potions.
Arcus will assist and look around too.
Hey, Doc, look what I found.
I see that you be careful with that.
I feel like something's coming from it, but oh well.
But oh well.
All right,
Just
so you
be
two look around.
careful.
You two look around the chamber, and you see there appears to be 3 potions that are currently stoppered and look like they've been finished. One of which you recognize as a potion of healing. I've seen many of these before; they're pretty common for you. And 2 vials, which one of which has a sort of it has a green glow to it, and what seems to be like a little tendril of smoke in the center of it, just sort of moving back and forth. And the other one has it's sort of like a thick, dark black liquid, but you don't really recognize either of these potions. Also, as far as ingredients go, you find some rock vine, and a little bit of amanita cap.
Rock vine and amanita cap.
Yeah.
Fred, say one more time. What was the last potion? What did it look like?
It's a very dark black substance. It doesn't have much room to move around, but where you can move it, it seems to move very slowly, almost like a sludge.
Okay.
I get the feeling that when they get older, like
I'm going to take a look at the great axe. How does it compare to my current great axes?
So you pick it up, and it feels like it has a little bit like more oomph to it. Like you don't really know how you can feel that, but you can tell that if you were to hit stuff with this, you'd hit stuff better.
I'm going to take my current great axe, give it a kiss, tell it she's been a good girl, set it down, and replace it with this one.
All right. For the purposes of your sheet, you now have a +1 great axe.
Yay.
Freaking awesome. +1 here is a. Is that +1 to attack and damage?
That's right. Yeah.
Okay, cool. +1.
Just a bunch of ones everywhere.
Fabulous.
All right.
I'm also going to take a look more in the weaponry arena. That weird bronzy looking sword.
Yeah.
I'd like to give that one a look. And
I was
also
gonna
look
look at that first.
No, then Doc can look at it. If Doc
All
wants
right.
a sword, Doc can.
Dibs.
Then I will look at the bow and see if there's any arrows.
So you, Doc, you take a look at that sword, and you see that it's very long and narrow. You've seen similar swords to this before. You think it might be a rapier or something similar. It does have sort of a bronze material that it's made out of, and as you look at it, you notice that it's very flexible. The actual blade of it is, but you're not quite sure what it does. You do feel some sort of magical presence to it, but it's you're not really getting what it might be.
I'll hold on to it for now. I'm not gonna attune to it, but I'm gonna hold on to it.
All right. And Vala and Vic, I'm guessing you're both looking at that bow together.
Wait, I was
You look at it. Yeah, you're looking at it, and you see that there's no real arrows anywhere near it. It's just the bow. It's not even strung. It's just sort of sitting there on top of the altar. But as you pick it up, you notice it does have a faint magical presence to it. I'm not quite sure what it might do, but it does seem to be just like that great axe you just picked up. It's special.
So that was all that was in. There was the sword, the bow, the great axe.
There's still some interesting weapons here.
I want to
Yeah,
see
It-
like tonfa blades, a shovel and a pickaxe, and a
Doc, can I take a look at that rapier?
Octa's looking at
It's
these.
not quite a rapier, but if you really want to take a look at it and define flexible, is it still like metal?
It feels like a metal material, but it's very like it's very bendy. Like it doesn't.
Springy.
It's not like rubber, but it's very flexible.
And is it flexible, like malleable, like you bend it and it stays, or does it return?
It returns. It's not flexible enough that you can like bend it in half.
I
or
use
anything.
it. I use it, and I kind of show him that it bends, and I'm like kind of showing it close to his body, and I let go so it hits him.
Our
Oh.
paladin's learning to be a punk. This is wonderful.
Wow.
Because
Yeah.
I-
Okay.
I didn't want to do it to his face.
I mean, I would have totally leaned in. So
Okay. Roll a. Let me think here.
Damn, I'm out of spells. Shoot.
I'm out of
Still,
spells.
so he quits the game.
Rage quit.
Rage quit.
Apparently.
I don't know, man.
I'm just gonna roll the dice for him since he rage quit. Apparently.
Hello, Brad Crotch.
I would say, while your webcam show may get a lot of hit from that, it doesn't do so much for the game.
Sorry about that.
Yeah.
That looked really
How
funny.
you take 2 points of piercing damage.
That was hilarious. You were like, "Oh, I'm out of spells. Darn it," and then disappeared.
I
It was like
know.
you were rage quitting.
It was very well timed.
Does it make little scraps that's gonna make a scar?
No.
Yeah.
Does it go and they go, ow?
It just slashes across you. It feels the same as any other blade you've felt before.
I wanted a scar.
You decide to purposely make sure it doesn't heal properly, and it forms a scar later. So Octa, you're looking at that strange blade, and it looks to be maybe something for cutting something on a table. Like it's got 2 handles, and the blade is on the lower half of the crescent, and it looks like it could be rocked back and forth real easily.
Like pizza.
Like pizza. And the shovel, you notice that has a faint magical presence to it. You're not quite sure what it is.
Magic shovel.
How do you expect us to carry all this shit?
You can carry whatever you want to carry. It's a choice of yours.
Arcus is not interested in any of this.
Oh, yeah.
I just want to see this shovel. A shovel, man.
Arcus is gonna go over to the statue, and
Okay.
I just want to study it and see if it's familiar, see if there's any writings about who it is in the statue or whatever.
Roll another. Actually, you
History?
do notice. You do notice at the foot of the pedestal, there is an inscription,
Yaha.
written in a very old form of Draconic. Go ahead and make a history check to see if you can.
And I'm going to join him up there because reasons.
Okay.
Those reasons.
Yeah. So you remember your old studies of the dead dialects of Draconic, and you're never quite sure why you studied them, but now you know why. You read the inscription on the bottom. It says Sengaroth. And that's all.
Sangaroth. All right. So I'm assuming this is Sangaroth. Is it a female or a male form?
It's a female Saurian form.
Okay.
Do those weapons look like they're part of the statue, or were they placed in the hands after the fact?
You didn't get
They
enough
Like a
weapons?
giant gold Barbie.
They appear to be very much part of the statue.
gonna play my lute and see if there's any gold around.
So as you strum your lute and start playing a tune, a beam of gold forms and points directly upward into the building above you, and maybe a little bit to the right. Yeah.
There is still
that's
one room we haven't checked out, so there wouldn't be surprised if there's still more stuff upstairs.
Sounds like the next target.
I don't know about you guys. Well, I'm gonna pick up the shovel and just kind of like put it away for a second while everyone left the room.
You're gonna take the shovel.
Take the shovel.
So
Can never go wrong with a shovel.
when you pick up the shovel, you hear a mysterious voice in your head.
Oh God. A
What?
sentient shovel? Oh God.
Who said that?
Why? Oh man.
What does it
Octa,
say?
just to be, just to cover her bases, she kind of like starts tugging on loose parts, or parts of the statue that stick out, just to make sure that none of them are levers or anything like
Secret
that.
levers.
How loose are we talking here?
Oh,
I mean,
God.
I'm going for pretty much anything that isn't part of like the main body. So arms, swords, hair, whatever.
So yes.
I'm poking all kinds of around it.
Okay. So you try to poke all the extremities. You try to pull on things. Nothing really happens. Go ahead and make a perception check.
Guys, I think something's here.
There's something everywhere.
Perception check. Perception.
Everybody, or
Go for a ride.
No, just Octa. She was the only
Sorry.
one there. Unless you guys are looking too.
As I,
Um,
no?
I'll look.
I kind of
When she starts poking around, I'll come back. I'm
all right.
intrigued.
Go ahead, Vala and Vic. Go ahead and make perception checks as well.
Oh, come on.
I see nothing.
Wow. Okay. So
I can't get
Octa
my
and
sheet
Vala,
to turn out of. Sorry,
this is
my
actually pretty.
sheet's in edit mode and it won't go away.
Yeah, that happens sometimes. I'm sorry. So yeah, you make the two of you look, Vala and Octa. You look at the statue. And you're looking at all the limbs. You look at the weapons. You're thinking of all the obvious places. Meanwhile, Vic, you're like, if she was alive, maybe I'd do her. And you're looking at places on her that might not.
Oh
be.
my God, Brad, you did not.
And you notice that there appears to be a little bit of a seam around her chest. And maybe if you pushed on it, something might happen.
I felt like I'm like sitting here going, "You're asking me how loose are we talking?" And I'm like, "Well, it's gonna be her boobs now, isn't it?"
Vic will go ahead and get a full double handful and push.
Yeah, you.
Octa, instead of looking disgusted at him feeling up a statue, goes, "Good idea, good idea."
So you may have your way with the statue and push on it a little bit, and her chest cavity sort of opens up a little bit, and then separates, and inside
That's not normal.
you see what appears to be a large crystal of some sort of deep ruby that has black flecks throughout it. It's about the size of your
Apu,
fist.
no!
Oh, Vic takes the crystal.
All over again.
Vic definitely takes the crystal out of the thing and turns to Octa and Vala both and goes, "Time in whorehouses, you learn some things."
Oh, good Lord.
Bella just beat red. It's like, okay.
Octa's just like, I don't think we usually have those there, but sure.
You start like poking your own chest, like
We
what?
have more experience. Why didn't we see this?
So yeah, you take the crystal, but nothing seems
Oh,
to happen.
absolutely. How big is it in comparison to his hand?
It's
Are we
it's
talking-
the size of your fist.
Fabulous.
Is it a handful?
Octa asks if she could see it just for a second. He can have it back.
I'll hand it over.
Yeah, you take a hold of it, and you notice there's a faint energy to it. It feels kind of familiar, honestly.
So I'm holding it, and I'm kind of just looking at it like really close, holding it up to my hand and holding it up to whatever light source might be down here, seeing if I can see anything through it. I'm just basically giving it a whole once over.
Go ahead and make a
Fire on it.
actually make an investigation check. So yeah, so you're looking at the gem, and you're trying to figure out what it might be, and you feel that familiar magical presence. It seems very familiar in a bad way. And you take a look at it, and you see maybe the flicker of light on the inside, but it goes away so fast you're not sure if you saw it or not.
You
I
said
think
in
we
a
should
bad way.
Smash it.
I look at Vic and say, "Would you mind if I held on to this just for a little bit?"
Fair enough, but if we end up selling it, we split the
money.
costs.
Yeah, no, that I completely understand. Although something about this is giving me a very bad feeling.
Then by all means, hang on to it. Should we have Arcus take a look at it also?
I'm not sure he'd be able to tell us anything about it more than.
Fair enough.
While this is going on, can I take a look at the runes in the center room? I don't think anybody's really taken a good look at these yet, have they?
Arcus did.
Arcus did.
Oh, you did. Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's
Sorry, I thought you were looking at the
It's got
at the statue.
I did both.
No, he did that initially.
It's a symbol of a Saurian kingdom from like history.
Oh, okay.
As I pick up my shovel,
Oh, good
I'm gonna
lord.
say, who was that? Someone say something. And still in the room as I was trying to leave, I kind of like stopped short. Huh?
Yeah. So you hear that initial voice, and then it continues. I'm just gonna speak it because
Yeah,
it's
speak
part of oh yeah, it's me.
Who's me?
Oh, you know, me down here.
Shovel?
Well, it's kind of a derogatory term, isn't it?
What do you want? What do you want to be called?
Well, I've never quite had a name.
What? So what? Like spade is a better word?
Well, actually, my cousin's a spade.
What are you?
I'm a shovel. Crispy damned.
Okay.
But I mean, you can't call me a shovel because that's our word.
So flat diggy object?
I get what you mean. I'll give you a name later, and then I just put him on my back and like ignore him.
Yeah, as soon as you put him on your back, you don't really hear his voice anymore. It seems like he only talks to you when you're holding him.
What good is a talking shovel?
Bingo thing about it. So the shovel stick on my back.
Pal, who were you talking to?
Huh?
Who were you talking to, pal?
Was I talking?
And
With someone.
and nice shovel.
Oh yeah, the shovel. I don't know. It just seems kind of magic.
Pal
A
doesn't
magic
want us to
shovel.
know that the shovel can talk to him.
Well, to be fair, if you went up to a group of people that you're driving with, like, "Hey guys, I grabbed a shovel and it started talking in my head,"
I think of all of us in the group, either Pal or Vala could get away with that.
true.
All right, so are we
so,
gonna head back upstairs?
Have we thoroughly explored this area and believe that we are
I think so.
satisfied that we found everything?
Yep.
I believe so. I mean, the only other thing I could think of is to go over in this room and start knocking vial bottles over to make sure none of them is a lever. But I think
So
that
can
might
we-
be. Going a
Can we
little too
take
far.
20 on a perception check and find any other hidden secrets?
Secrets.
Yeah, if you take some time with it, you guys look around. You search through the potions, you search through the enchantment area, and you don't find anything beyond what you've already found.
And I do like the idea
spend
of
about an
resting
hour
here. We've got a pretty solid set of security points here. We didn't find any hidden entrances coming off. We know the one place they can come in from. So,
I do like the thought of a bed upstairs, though.
And I'm
as do I.
I'm super curious about if the other, armors have like lost their form or if like what's going on.
That's true. I wonder if the other armors were reliant upon the big one.
Well, let's go take a look. Push come to shove, we can always retreat back here.
Upstairs.
To the ladder, sir.
To the moose.
Wrong ladder. No. Brad, you froze a little bit.
Rapier or
Yeah, my client's freezing.
Well, we
Give it
can
a
hear
minute.
you.
We can do that to your clients. It's just bad customer service.
Give
Yeah,
your
I know.
clients a blanket.
Well, they don't want a blanket. Okay,
Doc
they
give
just.
the rapier.
What's that?
What?
Did Doc give the rapier, or no?
I handed you the sword. I don't think it's a rapier, but
Brad said it was a rapier.
no, I thought it was. He said. I thought he said
It's-
long and
It's
flat
rapier
or
light.
something. I thought it
That-
was like a
that's-
short sword.
He said it reminded you of a rapier. It's long and thin.
Oh, okay.
It's also flat. I mean, rapiers
Right.
they're flat, but
Okay. I handed that off to you. Doc's not too interested in any of the items here.
in finessing weapons.
Okay.
Okay. So you make your way back up the ladder.
Do you have any proficiency with rapiers, pal?
It's probably a basic martial weapon. I could probably find it.
No, I think it's probably a martial weapon.
Let me see if I can't remember what I have.
Rapier. Melee weapon.
I can't remember what exactly I get as a monk. So
Octa, when we reach the top of the ladder, comes and reclines on the couch, but it kind of stares at the red gem for a little bit. The crystal is kind of sitting on the couch, looking at it.
Okay. What's the rest of you guys doing?
I'm gonna go sleep on the bear paw.
And a rapier is considered a martial melee weapon. So
all right, let me see what we got.
Arcus is super curious to go see if the other armors are still.
simple weapons and short swords for monks,
So I can't use them.
not with proficiency.
Okay.
Does anybody want to go take a quick walk with Arcus?
Where are
I
you
feel like-
going?
I just want to
Not-
go, like,
Go.
look around the halls to see if the other armors are still, like, floating around
Yeah.
or if they're
I'll wander around with you.
collapsed on the ground.
And I'd like to go check out the room across the hall.
That too.
I was gonna do that, but I wanted to, I thought we were hoping for a rest first, but
I'm
I
not
mean,
too worried
I'm-
about needing to
I'm
rest.
perfectly fine.
I'm
I
good.
I have full health, and I've only used 2 spell slots total.
okay. All right, well then, Octa follows. I want to check out the other room.
Be careful. We don't know if we want other non-dragonborns going out. And
Yeah, if
It's
you want,
all
me
right.
and
As
Doc
long
can
as
check it
as
out
long
real
as
quick.
we're there, we can. If they're not automatically trying to fight us, we can convince them that the servants are with us.
okay, stay in this
So-
room. That is
I'm
good.
your pack mule.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So you guys have moved the armors in front of the door and you're opening the door up now?
Yeah.
Yep.
Alright, so as you open up the door, you look out into the hallway and you see 4 suits of armor, apparently ready to fight, but they're all sort of frozen in place. They don't seem to be moving.
Also, what's the caravan dude that came up with us? What's he doing?
You mean
Does he see us when he comes back up?
Oh, the guy,
The guy we
Scared
left in there.
Cat McHiderson.
yeah, he's just sort of sitting there. When you come back up, he's like, oh, you guys, what was down there?
Lots
More
of stuff.
statues, more armors, weapons. Question for you, mate. The banging and whatnot on the door from the up there in the top of the room. Did that stop recently?
Yeah, like an hour ago.
We were down there.
Have you
for
heard
an
any
hour?
other?
Surging
Well,
roll.
we
Yeah.
took our time to search at the end, so
Oh,
yeah.
That's true.
Did we? Have you heard anything else at all in the interim?
No, I just sort of sat here, just trying not to move, trying to make a sound. I didn't know if they were just like waiting out there all silent like.
Fair enough.
Arcus is gonna take his staff and just push on the armor in front of him to like see if it responds. And if it's not responding, just push him over so he falls.
Yeah, so you start pushing on him, and as you see there's no response, he just tumbles over and collapses on the ground.
I don't think we're gonna have to worry about these guys too much anymore.
Woo!
Sure
Nope.
doesn't seem like it.
Think we did the thing?
I pushed over the one that's in front of the door.
Going this way.
Start pushing things over.
Vic reaches out and grabs the helm of one of them and
Okay.
turns it around backwards.
In
Off
true
You look
time stop
ridiculous.
Gonna take one of their arms, shove it up the fake nose.
Oh no, Clarissa!
Okay.
Clarissa is embarrassed by her activities.
Octa, because of recent experiences, when she walks through the loot room, as I'm going to call it, starts poking at the dragon head / Tyrannosaurus Rex head, just to make sure there's no hidden switches or buttons or anything in their mouths or horns.
I'm gonna play my lute.
It's a good
Okay,
plan.
Octa, go ahead and make a investigation check. Vala, as you play your lute, you see that similar golden beam stretch out from where are you? Oh, there you are. You're hiding under that armor there. You see that similar golden beam stretch out in front of you and pierce the door right in the hallway right across from you.
Let's get that door open.
Octa, you.
Can I please re-roll that? I have a +5 investigation. I don't know why I'm rolling so poorly.
You look around the room, sticking your hand into these various lizard-like people's mouths, and all you see in there is the magical lights, and that's it.
Guys, I feel like I'm going to miss something because I can't fucking roll.
Oh my god.
We'll take another look at it.
We've got plenty of stuff anyway.
That too.
I guess Bella's gonna come over here and try the door.
I'll try to open it.
Okay, yeah, you notice that it's locked.
Okay, well, I'm gonna try lockpick it.
Do it
Go
up.
for it.
Hold on, I gotta get my thing back.
Excuse me.
So you don't get it initially, but after a few more tries, taking some time with it, you manage to pop the door open. Everyone is standing there waiting for about 10-15 minutes. React appropriately.
Good job.
Let's get the door open.
Good lord.
All right, so you look inside the room, and there are what appears to be several racks full of books and scrolls of all sorts. Some of them appear to be sort of rotten. Maybe they'll fall apart if you touch them too roughly. And there are a few scrolls and items laid out on a table in the center of the room.
Waterbending scrolls.
And they've got the.
I start to take a look through some of the scrolls.
All right. So as you're looking through, a few of them catch your interest. One of them has what looks to be a couple people engaging in some sort of like barehanded wrestling on the cover.
What?
And there's a draconic title on it as well. And I
I should
believe
be able to read.
yeah, you can read. It says Manual of Gainful Exercise.
Of what? Gameful?
Gainful, like to gain something.
Gainful exercise.
Get them gains, brah.
Get them guys.
Sounds like it's a increased strength or dexterity.
Yeah.
Let's see. Anybody else looking?
I'm
Yeah.
poking around.
Are
All right,
these
everybody.
on the top and bottom of this room?
Yes, those are two different chests.
Okay.
I'm gonna look at the
Arcus
one at
is
the
gonna
top.
start with the bottom chest and then start going through scrolls if it's like if it opens easy.
And I'll go through
Okay.
the top chest, and then I'm gonna look at the table in the middle.
All right. So the chest on the top, you open it up, and inside there is an actually small pile of coins and a few gems. But these coins are different. You may not have ever seen coins like these. They appear to be some sort of silver-like material, but somehow shinier.
Do they look the same shinier as my sword?
It's similar, but not quite the same material.
Okay.
Been quite a place.
All right, and in the bottom chest, you open it up, and you notice there is a book in there. It appears to be written in some form of Dwarvish, a little bit older, maybe perhaps. So if anybody knows Dwarvish,
Yeah, I'm gonna hold it
might
up
be a
and
little-
say, anybody know Dwarvish?
I do.
I'm gonna hand it over to her to ask her to read off the title of it.
So Volley, you try to read it. Go ahead and make a history check. Yeah, so
I have
you
plus 3 to this too.
you try to read it, and the only word you can really pick out is of. So the rest of you, go ahead and make investigation checks.
Yeah.
After seeing the walk find something cool, I'll go do it.
That sounds about right.
All right, so let's.
I find all the scrolls.
Yeah. So between Octa and Arcus, the two of you find a few different scrolls that seem to be actually pretty durable and seem almost fresh. And Arcus, you notice the ones you find, they seem to be they're probably spell scrolls based on the contents of them. And there's 3 of them in there, all with different incantations written inside.
Cool.
And for the rest of you, you get distracted by what's on the desk. You notice there's a couple pieces of parchment that haven't been totally faded yet. And if you'll direct your attention to the handout section of the journal, you'll see that there are now 2 handouts that are the articles you found.
Oh boy.
What year is it?
So what did I say on these things? It's year 1062. That's the year.
You didn't make that up right now.
Nope.
Not at all.
That was a dice roll. That's what happened.
This is years old.
Cleared around the continent, a sign that Volcana used to be entirely under the dominion of the Saurian Empire. Fortunes are said to be buried with items of immeasurable wealth. Next, there's something more valuable. I have seen evidence that the 4 were complicit in a vast plot to bring great
Something.
harm,
So those
harm to the
dashes.
world.
Harm or doom?
Those dashes
Yeah.
you perceive as like the letters are there, but they're scratched out enough you can't possibly read them.
Harness this
or-
power and take it for something or someone.
My own.
If the 4 tombs were to become under somebody's control, then I would be able to accumulate more wealth than any of my kind before me. I dare not
Wealth or
hire
power?
assistants or apprentices, as they can be far too much
Liability.
liability. Yeah,
Liability.
Is that power or wealth for the first? For that?
No idea.
I don't know. It's gonna be hard to tell.
Guys, you think this amulet? It was hanging on the what's it called?
Statue.
Statue.
Sengroth statue?
Yeah,
Sangroth.
Sengaroth was the word written on the base of the statue.
Looks like that
Oh.
was
Oh.
based on the expedition sites. One of the 4 great kings.
That
Yeah.
crystal. I bet that has.
Queen, I guess.
Queen, yeah.
Is it this? I feel like it wouldn't be this simple necklace.
It's probably the crystal.
Yeah, I'm thinking it's one of the 2.
As long as we hold on to both of them, we don't fear
I-
not of anybody else taking control of it.
Hmm.
All right. So that's information to mull over.
And thankfully, we don't have to write any of it down because it's already written down.
Unless I
We should-
delete it.
Skull.
No, I'm just kidding.
It's probably a good plan to have one of us transcribe it though into a new book here, so we have copies that aren't ancient.
True. I'm not very good writing.
What, Brad,
you
what
even
were
read?
the scrolls that Arcus and I found?
You can't really determine what the incantation's for, but
Three
there's
spell
3
scrolls.
different ones.
I'll get them
On
checked
each,
out.
or just one?
Just one
3
spell
different
per-
scrolls with each different
Okay.
incantation.
I'm gonna walk out to the hallway for a second, grab the shovel. Like, do you know what any of this stuff is?
Well, I reckon I don't know what you're talking about.
I
Did his accent change?
I'm gonna insight check the shovel.
It's like, check the shit out of that shovel.
The odd
I'm gonna play my
sentences.
lute.
Threaten the shovel that if he doesn't comply with your questions, you'll use him to shovel manure the rest of his days.
So you try to determine the intent of this faceless wood and metal structure in front of you, and he seems pretty honest.
Do you know what any of this stuff is?
I don't know what you're talking about, sir.
I'm gonna like poke the shovel head so it looks into the room. All that stuff. What does it mean?
You got what on you?
Oh, I reckon those are books and scrolls, sir.
What about this amulet? You know anything about this amulet?
Oh, no,
Looks like gold.
check them.
Ah!
It's not a smart shovel.
I walk back into the room with it on my shoulders again. Sorry about that. Coughing fit, you know.
Is there
Did
is
we
there a
also discuss
map
at the bottom
of
the room, and is this another door?
is there a map of the world
Um,
in this room at all?
there is one.
Did
It's
we-
not very complete. It seems to only cover the general area between the rift and the western ocean. Western.
Can I try to make some sort of intelligence investigation if I need to try to connect the northern end of BROK and try to see what I can find on the map that might correlate with that?
Yeah, go ahead and make an intelligence. Or let's see, what would that be? That would be probably history, I guess.
Did we already open both of the chests?
Yep.
Okay.
Because
Octa,
I think I might know what it might stand for. I don't know if that's okay with Brad that I can just try to assume that or not.
I could do a history check as well. I mean, we deal with trade routes and things like that, so I'm used to ish looking at maps.
Yeah, go ahead and make one as well.
I didn't think about this.
Yay.
Yeah. So, Doc, you're trying to think. You're not sure what this could be. You have this vague idea of what it might be, and just as you're thinking about it, Vic's looking over your shoulder, and he just sort of shouts out that it's Broken Spire.
That's yes. You're okay. Broken Spires. That's
Right.
well. That's
Makes
the
the
fourth
most
one
sense.
there.
Yeah, Broken Spires. Yeah.
So if we
That
if
sounds
we look,
interesting.
can we see Varakis on the map?
No, I know. I was kidding.
Oh, okay. Yes, Varakis is on that map.
All right, so I reach over and I put one finger on Varakis. I put one finger on the Broken Spire. Can we see Fort Understrat on the map?
Yes. Yes, you can.
If we point that out, are we looking like we've got items on 3 of the cardinal directions so far?
What do you mean?
Centered around where?
So, well, the northern end of the Broken Spires.
Okay.
And then wherever Varakis falls. And then where is Fort Overstrat in relation to those 2 items?
It sort of forms an isosceles triangle between the two.
Just trying to figure out if there's any sort of a
Geographical
pattern where these four sites are, like north, south, east, west. There's something that would give credence to them being buried in strategic locations or things like that.
Right.
Yeah. between the three, you notice that there doesn't appear to be any sort of pattern between them. Maybe that triangle seems to point itself out, but beyond that, there's no sort of rhyme or reason to it.
I think we'll have to find more to
Um,
see if there's any other shape to this one.
yeah.
Agreed.
So last thing Arcus is gonna do is, are there any blank scrolls that I can just kind of hang on to?
Yeah, there are a few scrolls. They appear to be a bit more fresh. Maybe they came off one of the caravans that was kidnapped.
Yeah.
But yeah, you find a few. Let's say you find 4 blank scrolls.
Octa offers the scrolls that she found over to Arcus, saying, you know, you'll probably be able to do more with these than I can.
Sounds good.
Let's go check that door out that Val is staring intently at.
Do you guys want to split the gems up between us?
I'm good for gems. I do want my share of the platinum.
We can put up a platinum and then something again. I don't know.
Ow, cat, ow.
How
What you doing?
What?
Arcus will take the jade, the 4 jade gems.
I'll take the 2 amber and the 2 garnets.
I'll take the pearls and the tourmaline.
I'll take this platinum.
Is there anything left? The coral and the garnet, I think.
No, I already took the garnet.
Okay, so is the coral the only one left?
I think so.
Anybody want that?
I'll take whatever seems fair.
Alright, then you got the coral gem.
Okay. I'll add that to my list of things I have. We'll definitely want to
still-
make a trip to a jeweler, get these appraised, and maybe sell them.
Yeah, because
Unless
I
you
don't
guys
think
have
we ever
plans for
sold.
these jewels.
No, we
I don't
didn't.
think we ever sold the first set of jewels we found either.
We haven't.
And so, let's see, the platinum, how much each is that? 100? 16 each with...
10 left over? No. With 4 left over?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. So four
How
of us,
much per?
4 of us get 17, 2 of us get 16.
I'll just take 16.
I'll take 16.
17 because I didn't take a gem.
And I guess I'll
So,
take
okay, there's 2 people taking, you said 16, right?
Yeah.
So that was Pow
So
and Vic,
Pow and
or
Octa.
Pow and...
Yeah.
Octa, you said you take 16, right?
Yeah, I could take 16.
Alright, so Pow and Octa take 16 platinum, and everybody else takes 17.
Okay.
Wow, platinum's heavy. Or no, not heavy. Never mind.
Valuable.
To the door.
So this one's locked as well.
Oh, Kyle, I will try to open it.
I think you open it.
Yeah, you stick your
She
lockpick
looks at the lock.
and you like look back at everyone else and blindly do it, and you just sort of jiggle a little bit, and it just pops open, and you're like, whatever.
Ain't no thing.
Oh, yeah. Somebody else going first then.
I think it just goes to the hallway, though.
Yeah, you find yourself back out in that hallway you were before.
If anybody
You
needs to
see
use
in
the
the hallway,
restrooms while we're
there's
here.
2. Yeah, there's restrooms to your right, left, and you see 2
Good, because I'd
frozen
like to
suits
have a
around
nice
them.
long rest.
In the bathroom.
I got some business to take care of. Don't judge me.
So let's go.
Argus
Let's go
gets
check
a-
on those other servants and see kind of what they're doing.
Yeah, Argus definitely wants to go over here.
We'll follow Argus.
So as you guys walk into the servants' quarters, you see that orb in the corner that some of you are familiar with, not Arcus or Doc. You see that it's a It's actually lost whatever light it once had. It's completely dim.
I'm gonna reach out and put my hand on it.
You get no response.
That's a good
Octa's
sign.
checking out this last room down here that no one was ever in.
You look inside, and it appears to be another guest room. Nice furnishings, a chest of drawers. Beyond that, there's not really much else in there.
Okay.
Hey everyone, you're free now.
Yeah, we can go.
So nonchalant. Yeah, alright, good.
We can get your caravans back in order and head back to whatever we need you to do.
Is this a chest? Like, what is this thing over here?
It is a chest. It's very poorly kept, and looking inside, you find what seems to be a pile of servants' clothes.
Ew.
Is there another room here next to the servants' quarters?
Where exactly? Oh, right there. Yeah.
I'd like to check this room.
Try to open the door, and it opens easily into.
Guest room. Maybe.
Come on, come out of the curtain.
We need like 2 more rooms, or 2 people need to share the big master bedroom.
Yeah, it's a guest room.
It's another guest room.
Oh, for when we move in, Kyle?
For when we move in, Doc is fully set on moving in, thinking this is a fantastic place that we can establish as a base. Nobody's got claim of the land.
Well, we don't know that for sure, but
I mean, we kind
There's
of
so much
do.
here.
Though.
I claim this in the I claim this for
Bahamut.
Bahamut.
Well,
So you
Claim it as
guys
a
are
church. We don't have to pay taxes.
watching Doc describe how he wants to live here, and as you do, you notice that on his chest, his armor seems to grow a bit dimmer. It's not as shiny as it
Ah.
was.
Ah, someone's being
Even-
greedy.
even if he starts declaring that he's going to set it up as a new temple to Bahamut,
Well, that's different. He didn't say that. I don't think.
he said he claims it in the name of Bahamut. Which, when
I
paladins
did.
claim things in the name of their god, it implies that it will become an altar.
I do have intentions of turning downstairs into a temple for Bahamut.
Dungeon temple.
Like, there's a nice large opening to have gatherings and nice meetings. It's gonna be fantastic.
That you have to get through by climbing down a ladder and a hatch.
With a
I
giant
mean, we could build an entrance from the outside.
Exactly. You have a nice little trapdoor kind of
Hey,
thing.
Brad.
Yeah.
Did they open this door?
Yes, that's the kitchen.
Okay. Octa's just wandering around.
Let's go tell the what's it? Did you guys see like a chef?
Oh yeah, there was a chef. Go tell the chef that he can leave now.
You guys didn't even
Yeah.
tell the
I
servants.
scouted it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Wait, when
They
did
They
you
said,
do
they
that?
said you're free now.
Oh,
Yeah.
Scouted
Sorry.
it. You guys are good.
Okay.
That's why none of them answered us when we said that. Brad didn't even hear it.
Well, you guys kept talking. I thought you were just doing stuff. All right. So you go in there, you announce that. They're like, "What? Really?
Yeah, the armors aren't gonna bother you anymore.
Is there
Oh.
still a frozen armor up here somewhere?
There are 2 in the hallway out by the curtain."
I'm gonna
let's-
I'm gonna
let's-
lead them out. I'm gonna take the great axe and just kind of push one of them over at the head.
Yeah, they all follow you out in spirit, not in body, and they
Oh, Midna. Jesus.
they see you push it over, and they're like, "Oh yeah," and they all stampede to the door.
My cat just farted in my face.
oh, that's bad.
Cat, that was bad. What did you eat?
Do you guys want to go to sleep? I'm gonna look up fire.
Yes, I think we should get a long rest for the night, and then we take
Can we-
the caravans back and start the caravans going back in the morning.
So
Good
are we
lord,
gonna hold
that
the
smells
people
bad.
here until tomorrow?
The people have already left,
Nighttime.
unless you try to stop them.
That's what I'm saying. Like, are we waiting for them, or should we at least tell them to leave us a caravan so we're not walking back?
Oh, Octa just shouts as they leave. Leave us a couple some horses so we may use them to get out.
One of them shouts back, "We'll see."
Hey!
Save you guys.
Vic will draw his axe and chase him.
No, God.
Because unlike Doc, I don't have a pesky god making me.
Bala will play Song of Sleep and put their asses to sleep, and then they have to stay.
So they're making their way out the door, and they look back and they see Vic menacing them with his axe, they sort of freeze in their tracks a little bit.
And I catch up to him and I say, look, there's certain things that we need to take charge of. The rest you can take for yourselves. And he'll go out with him to the carriage shed, find the carriage that we had identified as belonging to Freckend, and tell him that we need to take that. We're under orders by both town guard and by a businessman to bring their stuff back. The owner of the carts, we're bringing them back to him as his rightful property. And I point to some of the ones that are less useful and say, you guys can take those. And if they argue, I will attack them.
Okay, so you impose your will of menace and command, and they sort of nod and they give you an awkward thumbs up, and they start saddling and getting things together on the carts that are not filled with the glassware, leaving you one wagon with 2 horses on it.
That's perfect.
Is it nighttime? What time of day is that? As I look outside.
Let's see. It's getting to be around. It's getting to be around 1 in the afternoon. The sun is just past its zenith. For those of you who look outside, and night is approaching slowly.
Do you think would it be? Wait. So has somebody told the cook? Or no?
No, not yet.
Would it be rude to ask the cook to make us a meal?
I mean, we have a resident cook, don't we?
Oh,
I would say, don't we
yeah.
have Doc the gourmand?
Doc can cook for us. We'll go. I'm gonna go into the dining hall, and to the kitchen.
And I'm gonna follow, and I'm gonna be like, so. And I'm gonna talk to him and be like, so what have you started making here? What am I working with? And I'm gonna attempt to finish the meal he was making.
He's like, sure. I mean, no one ever eats it.
We are.
We will now.
We're going to eat it.
Oh, okay.
Yep. The
yeah, it wasn't very good. It was just some sausage and potatoes. I try to keep it simple so I have plenty to go around.
For the people who don't eat it?
Yeah, because if I use too quickly, then, I won't have enough and they'll probably punish me in some fashion. I don't know.
Well, don't you worry. We've taken care of the problem, so...
Yep, head out to the shed outside, and the rest of the captives are getting ready to leave.
Oh, I can go?
Yes.
Yeah, you go.
Yeah, but you can't take the carriage or Vic will kill you. Glass stuff.
He looks over at Vic. Yeah, okay. And makes his way out and tries to catch up with the caravan.
Alright, so I guess Doc will start cooking.
Yeah, I start cooking. I make sure to add a nice, vegetable or fruit.
I'm gonna assist Doc if, in any way I can.
Okay. Go ahead and make your check with advantage.
What's it called? What's that stuff, Peter, with the marshmallow with all the fruits in it?
Oh god.
Ambrosia?
Ambrosia, yes. I make sure to add ambrosia to the meal, and then again with the sausage and potatoes, and
okay.
trying to make it a little more fancy because I think we all deserve it.
All right. Go ahead and make your cooking check with advantage.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
Damn.
Woo!
You're welcome.
Yeah, we're gonna end soon, Chris. No worries.
You're welcome.
So yeah, you guys sit down around the table, and out from the kitchen, that same smell, that same almost mystical, legendary smell comes from the kitchen. And
2 meals of legend in 1 or 2 weeks. That's awesome.
and Arcus and Doc bring out a meal of pretty fantastic proportions. There's heaping piles of delicious meaty looking sausage. There's potatoes of all kinds, scalloped, mashed, however you like them. There's
mushrooms, stick them in a stew.
In a gigantic bowl. They actually managed to find a large crystal bowl somewhere in the storage for the kitchen, and it's filled piled high with oranges and pineapple and mushroom. I don't know, marshmallows,
Not mushroom.
and
grapes.
coconut, and it looks to be an amazing looking fruit salad.
That's when he cook fails.
Yeah.
There's just mushrooms in dishes that there should not be mushrooms in.
Maybe he's a hobbit. Don't tell him how to live his life.
So yeah, that happens.
So what is the legendary one? Give us again.
1 second, let me find.
Lots of bonuses.
Good stuff. Good thing we're done for the day.
Right?
Where is it? There it is.
Okay.
All right. All statuses are cured. Advantage on everything for 12 hours.
And you get 1d20 healed.
Good thing I have full health.
So if anybody's missing any health, you get an extra d20
I got my 2 health points.
health back.
Yeah, I get my 1 health point back automatically.
Nom 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 nom.
Nom 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 nom.
Delicious.
So then, given this amazing meal that we just had and our advantage and how strong we feel from it, as a plan for next time, do we want to set out immediately? Or do we want to squander our advantage on trying to get an advantaged sleep roll to have awesome, pleasant dreams?
I think we should have
I mean,
lots
it's
of head out in the morning because it's going to be a couple days
Back to
still with carriage to bring all of these vials to. God, I
Fracking.
always forget his name. Fracking.
do we need to go back to the
Frickin'
Say that again, Ian.
we need to go back to Vocaris for the caravan palace?
No, they're not offering us anything.
Alright.
They were just happy to provide some sort of way to prevent it. I'm sure the captives will send word that the deed is done.
Yeah, but what if
And
they're
that-
so happy that we did it, they do offer us something?
I'm fine with skipping it.
That's true. We did find a lot of stuff.
Yes.
And if Octa is good with foregoing whatever potential reward they have, it's probably a good plan.
Octa's like, I've been to villages like that before. If they say they don't pay, they don't pay.
All right.
Plus, we should get this back to Frecken, and realistically, we also need to do a little bit of research into the Crimson Claw menace in town there. And I think what we found up here helps a little bit with maybe some of why that group's coming to prominence.
That's
now
true.
we're,
We,
now
did,
we're
seems to be
all decked out in awesome stuff.
we did promise to look into that more.
Yep.
So we got to do that before we can keep checking out all this Four King stuff
Yeah.
that's happening.
Plus, I think this Four Kings stuff may be part of the spirit
What are
behind
you
why
laughing
these
at,
Saurian groups
DM?
are coming up.
We gotta look at all this forking stuff.
All right. So is everybody good?
I think we're good.
Believe so.
All right, so you have your fabulous meal.
Go to
you find
bed.
your way to bed, and you fall asleep, getting probably the best sleep you had in a while on what appears to be very comfortable beds.
Very comfortable.
Conversation with my shovel.
Before I go to sleep, I
pray
head
for all my
downstairs
faculties.
to give a prayer and to, I don't know if I would know of it yet, but some sort of like ritual to make this land holy.
Consecration.
Yeah, some sort of consecration to devout this land for Bahamut.
Go ahead and make a religion check for that.
Nope, I have 0 bonuses to my religion as a paladin.
Wow.
I have 4, and I don't know why.
Is it wisdom?
No.
No,
plus,
it's
I have
in.
+4 on my
It's
religion.
intelligence.
Oh, it's intelligence.
Okay.
Kind of
so let's
surprised
see
that
here.
it's not one of your class ones.
Yeah.
I could have been, but I, for some reason, decided not to pick it up.
Okay.
I hate you.
Um,
Vala consecrates this land of the flying spaghetti monster.
actually, so yeah, Doc, you pray, and you try to summon the will Bahamut to figure out what you're supposed to do.
Are we just doing this for fun now?
And you don't really get any response, but you feel a little bit better. You prayed a little bit.
Feel better
Well,
for some of the things I did earlier.
I claim this in the name of hell!
Paula, are you actually praying to this flying spaghetti monster?
Oh my god.
Actually praying. Not praying.
I feel like Doc
Yes.
will resent you a little bit.
Okay. Oh man. Holy crap. Okay. No. That was so close. So what?
Uh-oh.
Let me tell you what I did, so you can know how close this was. I based a 100% roll, a D100 roll off of the score of the religion check that both of them did, and the rate of success was the percentage was based on what they rolled. So Kyle had a 4% chance of winning, and Vala had a 15% chance. And I rolled a freaking 16 on the flying spaghetti monster.
Wow.
I'm praying for my
No,
god.
you're praying for nothing.
I was my god.
What is your
In
god?
my, I'm just doing this in my room.
Yeah, you pray a little bit. You take a little bit of drink as part of your sacrament, but you don't really feel any response.
I'm gonna run my fingers through the platinum and pray to the god of traders that this should become a forced watch outpost, and see what that does.
Yeah,
Plus six.
unfortunately, you're a bit too focused on the gold, and you get no response.
Awesome, because that would have been entirely too great.
Yeah.
Sorry about your whole lifetime of devotion there, Duck, but I've turned this into a trader stop because of money.
All right, Octa, who are you praying to?
Oh, I wasn't. I just wanted to see what I got.
Let's see. The god of apathy. You get no.
Octa doesn't pray. She doesn't quite want to pray as a demon spawn.
All right.
You just hear demonic chanting coming out of Octa's room, like the fuck.
Bruh. Nothing.
Nothing. All right. So that's the game for today, guys. Good job. Way to take my monster that I thought would be deadly and make it not deadly.
We're
having
good like
having
that.
a couple of pretty epic swings like that on all fronts helped a lot.
Yeah, for sure.
I was surprised you made the half of the armors just being fake. I thought that was
Well-
an interesting choice.
That's how it was. It's just how things are set up.
Yeah, it seemed like if we had had that thing in 4 armors to deal with, it probably would have been.
It would have been much rougher.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well,
it helped.
I was already down like most of my spells from that big fight we already did, so
And I mean, it was helpful that we managed to get the one down by Vala and I down as quickly as we did, because it mitigated that in like a turn.
Yeah.
Basically, yeah.
That thing didn't even get a turn. I don't
So
think.
we could. No, I don't think it did. And then we were able to turn the attention to the big one pretty quickly, which was good. So
I'm gonna be attuning to this necklace as I go to
I'm
bed.
gonna attune to my armor.
Okay. I'll send you details shortly, so you can know what to add. Actually, I'll just tell you because it'll be more interesting while everyone's here. So the armor, you realize it has a little bit of frost protection on it.
Oh.
So anytime you're hit with any cold damage, you take only half of that. It's the same as your. I believe you already have leather armor.
Yeah, well, I have studded leather armor right now.
Yeah, it's that level of armor. Unfortunately, it's not any better than what you have, but as far as armor class is concerned, but you do get protection against cold attacks. And
Okay.
the amulet. So this is gonna be fun.
How many evil items does Ian now own?
No, it's pretty good. It's
I
called.
was
the
gonna say I
amulet-
would still know if there's evil, right?
That's true.
Yeah, you would have detected evil if there was. It's called the Amulet of the Dragon Aspect. As a free action, you can activate the amulet on your turn and assume all the physical properties of a young chromatic dragon
Holy crap!
What?
for only 1 minute.
Only 1 minute.
Still, that's an
That's
That's
entire.
all.
quite
That's
a bit.
10 rounds of combat.
Maybe
That's
up to dragon
insane.
aspect?
Wait for it. That's what it's called. There's more to it. At the time of your action, you roll a let's see, D6, I believe, and that determines the color of the dragon you'll come out as. Also, when you activate it, you have to make a charisma save, where the DC of it is 20 minus half of your level, and if you fail, your will becomes that of an evil dragon, and
God.
you behave as such.
Oh shit, that's an appropriate thing for
Is
Pow
this,
to have.
is this a one-time use, or is this like...
That's a charisma. Only charismatic should be using that thing.
It's a once per day thing.
Charisma.
once per day? I'm really charismatic.
Hey, I'm probably the most charismatic person.
What's yours?
Anybody's like 14.
Mine's
Yeah,
8.
16
Mine's
plus
8.
3.
Mine's 18.
Mine is
Maybe
8.
the dragon should have the dragon thing.
Mine's a natural 18 plus 4.
Shit.
I have an 8. And mine is 1.
Sorcerers, they're charismatics.
Charisma is what gives me better spell
Spell
attacks.
everything.
Oh.
But Vala has she has a really good charisma saving throw. It's +5.
The saving throw,
Yes.
mine's plus 6.
Is it? Damn. Okay.
Because
Whatever.
That's high natural base charisma.
Dragonborns are proficient in charisma.
Give it to Peter.
You guys don't know what it is yet.
This is true.
Yeah, and I'm really kind of intrigued to watch Pow turn into an evil dragon and watch Doc's head explode as he has to deal with an aspect of dragon. And God, shiny dragon is awesome, and this is evil. I must smash with hammer.
Yeah.
I want to watch this play out.
And then when it's all said and done, someone just snatches the amulet from Pow, smacks him over the head, and said, "Don't ever do that again."
That'd be
I gotta
me,
get
and then I
going,
turn into a
guys.
dragon.
And then I take
See
it
you, Kyle.
and use it.
Bye,
the next
peoples.
I'm gonna slap
Yeah.
him in the head with a shovel.
day.
No, I
Stupid
don't.
shovel.
I think we're all set.
Shovel.
Yeah,
We're set.
we're good.
Cool.
See ya.
Alright, so
Alright.
details on that dragon name.
See you,
See you, Chris.